Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to day 3 of the UNC Esports League of Legends Varsity and Junior Varsity Tryouts. Once again, I am Podslim, or Blake, here, solo on the casting desk once again, sadly, for 2 times in a row. Let's hope not make it 3, but that does not mean that this series is not going to be a banger of a series like we saw yesterday. We've got some exciting new players and some exciting returning faces in today's series. We have the likes of Team Rift Dog versus Team Hot Dog. On the side of Team Rift Dog, we have the Laser Lord, Castellan, Jast, Bob Timer, and Luxana. On Team Hot Dog, we have Rami Baba, Jungle No Mechanics, Hot Dog Lover, Cypress, and Sizzle. So some returning names, like I was saying, that we did see yesterday. Jast is in a new position. Yesterday he was playing ADC, was showing off his skills on the Ezreal, did very, very well for himself, but now is put into the mid lane position, maybe playing some assassins, maybe playing some mages. We will have to see what he decides to go for. Castellan still in the jungle like yesterday, despite playing support in day 1. And we have a friendly face if you are a regular in the Discord, with Bob Timer subbing in for us today, helping us out with our ADC struggles, not having enough people to cover that. So he will go up against the likes of Cypress and Sizzle with his support, Luxana Unana, who has been playing very well these past few series as well. Rami Baba took a day off yesterday, but is back on the Rift. Jungle No Mechanics has taken no days off with 3 days in a row on this jungle position. But we are going to have a great series today. We should be getting into Champ Select here pretty soon, but want to give it's not Bob Timer. He will be called Rift Dog, but Bob Timer will be known as Rift Dog, but they are the same person. So if you know who Bob Timer is and you see the name Rift Dog, associate them with the same individual. Champ Select should be happening in a few seconds. Both these teams are very evenly matched, and here we actually go right into Champ Select with Laser Lord and the gang on the blue side and Team Hot Dog on the red side. Some Rami Baba bans with the Gnar. Laser Lord not wanting to face that. I believe Laser Lord and Rami Baba dueled it out in day 1 of tryouts against one another, so trying to increase that dueling potential between themselves, with another ban towards this top side with the Ornn. Ornn, incredibly strong pick, and I know Rami is a big fan of the Forge God himself, doing so much damage late game. And Akshan, interesting ban, must be a target ban towards either Laser Lord or Jast in this mid or top position. Akshan is a very different champion, but it can be used very well nonetheless. Udyr, a very popular ban, as well as this Hecarim from Castellan and Jungle No Mechanics, neither of them wanting to give the other one the very popular jungles right around. But the first pick of this series today going to go down, Laser Lord wanting to pick the highest priority thing that he can. Might see a Yuumi, might see a Lulu, might see Sivir. We saw a lot of Sivir yesterday. Who knows what he is going to select. And locks in the Graves. We did see Graves a little bit in day 1, I believe. I don't think he was played in game in day 2. I could be wrong. Who knows? Might have been in both days. But Graves locked in nonetheless. Could be flexed to top, mid, or jungle. Believe it is going to be put into the hands of Castellan, though, who has shown he is a lot better or a lot more comfortable in this jungle position than he is the support, as opposed to day 1. Rami going to lock in the Diana for his squad. Very good jungle pick, especially with her clears, with that Crescent passive, and doing so well against things like Raptors and things like the Krug camps. Able to destroy those very, very quickly. Jungle No Mechanics liking a proactive jungler. I know that for a fact. And the Yasuo going to be the one that is locked in for Team Hot Dog. Could that go to Hot Dog Lover? Or could that be sent the way of Rami Baba? Could we see a Yasuo top lane? That would be a very, very exciting thing. Yasuo pairs very well with this Diana as well whenever you use the, I think it's called Moonlight Descent. I could be wrong on her ultimate, but it is some type of descent, I'm pretty sure. Going down somewhere. Castellan locking into Caitlyn with 0 seconds remaining on the time clock. And Jast hovering the Lux. Luxana Unana about to play his namesake with the Lux. Could we see this very annoying champion to play against, coming from someone who despises the playing against the Enchanter supports? Lux is definitely one of them, but the switch over to Renata Glask at the last second, something Luxana has played a few times throughout these past few days. He has also played all 3 days of tryouts, wanting to earn his spot on the varsity or junior varsity squad with his superior support play. But he'll have to show that he is the superior support against the likes of Sizzle for Team Hot Dog. Hot Dog Lover going to lock in the last pick of the first round with Jin. Going to match the ADC pick. So both junglers presumably selected, both ADCs selected, but a mixture of support picked for Team Rift Dog and a potential flex top lane or mid lane with the Yasuo. I am okay. I am being told that the man who, or the individual who is playing on the Bob Timer account is not Bob Timer, but is a fanboy from NC State under the name Rift Dog. So that's where we are getting Rift Dog from. Just decided to play on Bob Timer's account, I guess. So different account. Bob Timer 3. Okay, so Bob Timer 3, this is an alternate account for Rift Dog. Rift Dog is the fanboy of Bob Timer. So once again, having a NC State guy help us out for the Hot Dog Lover, Jast, and Bob and the Rift Dog are all NC State. That's what I'm being told. I thought Jast was UNC. Okay. Okay, so Jast is apparently a fill-in from NC State. So really, we don't have too many UNC players. Only have about 7 on the Rift here today. That would be Luxana, Castellan, Laser Lord, Jungle No Mechanics, Rami Baba, Cypress, and Sizzle. So still have the majority over the Wolfpack substitutions, but Sizzle going to be playing the Soraka this time around. The Jin Soraka lane, very safe lane. A lot of things that you can do with it, though. It does have the Wish ultimate in order to help out the team all across the map. But I think Hot Dog, Team Hot Dog does not have a reliable tank. Granted, neither does Team Rift Dog. Bob Timer going to be locking in the Akali. Rift Dog wanting to show the aggression that Team Rift Dog wants to put out. Now, Luxana Unana with the last pick, hovering the set. Laser Lord very comfortable on the set pick. Plus, does give a little bit of a front line for Team Rift Dog with the Bruiser. All lanes are known for Team Rift Dog that Graves will be heading into the jungle and not going top lane like we might have presumed. Mordekaiser hover for Rami Baba. Could we see a duel of the fates in top lane with Set and Mord? AP versus AD. Bruiser on Bruiser is going to be locked in. Rami Baba playing the Mordekaiser. Hot Dog Lover going to be on the Yasuo today. Not going to see the Rami Baba Yasuo. Very, very sad. I know I wanted to see that myself. But both of these teams look pretty solid. Neither of them have a true tank on their team like a Sion or a Shen or an Ornn, as most of those are banned. But they do still have a lot of ways to engage, a lot of ways to cause some damage, and a lot of ways to work together in these team fights. Team Hot Dog has some good bit of synergy with the Diana and the Yasuo, so keep an eye out for the mid lane ganks early on. Castellan on the Graves and Jast playing the Akali. Very, very aggressive picks for the ganks as well. Laser Lord and Rami Baba going to be duking it out themselves in order to make their own dominance and supremacy in this top lane. It might be an island, but that does not mean that you cannot help affect the rest of the game. But just as always, we're going to go into a short break before the start of Game 1. Spectator delay is a beast, but we will have an exciting Game 1 for you all watching on the Twitch stream between Team Rift Dog and Team Hot Dog. Don't look away from that browser. UNC Esports. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 1 of Day 3 for the UNC Esports League of Legends Varsity and Junior Varsity Tryouts. Got an exciting game for you today. A very talented group of players ready to duke it out here on Summoner's Rift. Team Rift Dog, Team Hot Dog. Two amazing dog names this time around. Standard 5-point starts for both squads, neither of them wanting to give up the pressure to the opposing team, but Laser Lord got hit by 2 of the Diana Qs there, already losing the morale battle by standing there. Does see Rami Baba, sees Hot Dog Lover as well. He could be in a little bit of trouble. Rami Baba did not start his E. Could have potentially made a play there had he started his E, but didn't want to waste that ability for level 1s against this set, which are going to be very difficult if you are not careful. Both of them running Conqueror. A lot of people this game running Conqueror. Diana is running it as well, with Castellan opting for the Dark Harvest instead of the Fleet Footwork. Jast running Conqueror as well. Bob Timer with the Fleet Footwork. Could see a potential fight here. Rami Baba and Laser Lord duking it out. Passive goes off for Rami Baba, taking a lot of damage. Haymaker is going to be used, and Rami Baba already down to half HP. Has to use his one and only health potion, even despite going the defensive item with the Doran shield. Going to be in a very bad place considering Jungle No Mechanics is nowhere close to be able to help him out. Laser Lord gonna push for level 2 presumably in order to try and burn the flash out of Rami Baba. Hot Dog Lover shoving in the wave mid, trying to make Jast lose some early CS. Some good matchups all around. None of these matchups in any of the lanes seem to be too one-sided as far as champs go. Rami Baba now the one dishing the damage onto Laser Lord because he has the minion wave advantage. With Laser Lord only having 1 CS to his name. Not exactly focusing on hitting those minions. Does have a lot of minions to go through, so he might not be as down as much CS as it is being made out to seem. But Rami, neither of these guys have any mana, but the Facebreaker is going to get the stun off of Rami Baba. The Haymaker is still up. Rami doesn't have anything, but the flash is going to be burned from the Laser Lord. Don't know if that needed to be used just yet, but his health bot is being used. He did not go a defensive starting item, did go the D Blade, the Doran's Blade, in order to do some more damage. Angry Bee being thrown up by Jast. He knows how frustrating playing against the Yasuo can be, especially one like Hot Dog Lover, who is apparently very adept at the champion. Luckily, he does not have a lot of critical strike to his name just yet, so not able to do too much poke damage. Only has the Doran shield. Went for a more defensive option this game. Everyone playing defensive this game. No one wanting to be the first one to pull the trigger and potentially cause their team to fall behind in gold early. We know how important these early games are as far as these last few days have gone. Normally the one who wins the early game is the one who wins the entire game. They're definitely able to close out the game very, very quickly. I don't know if we've had any game go over 30 minutes, which is very surprising considering we've played 6 games in total. Cypress getting hit a lot there. Laser Lord hitting the Facebreaker onto Rami Baba. Rami Baba taking a lot of damage. The Conqueror is procced. Laser Lord going to use the Haymaker, but it is blocked by the W of Mordekaiser. Jungle No Mechanics chilling top lane, but some careful pings in the river going to spot him out. Know that he's there, and Laser Lord has to take a recall here. Might burn his teleport. Don't know if he will. Both top laners going to use teleport. Sizzle could be in a little bit of trouble. Does get hit by Luxana on that one. Pops his, I believe he's running Biscuits. Going to be very, very efficient for him to stay in this laning phase without taking an awkward recall. Laser Lord now the one who is pushing the wave in on top side. Jungle No Mechanics on the other side of the map, so he's not really able to help break this push. Laser Lord does take a bit more damage for his than he would like. Laser Lord clearing the vision placed by Jungle No Mechanics. Gold fairly even across the board. Team Hot Dog has a little bit of a lead, but Laser Lord is spotted out. Rami Baba going to shove in that wave while the set is not there, trying to make him lose some CS. Bit of a misplay by Laser Lord, already down in the CS and trying to roam at a very poor time. Hot Dog Lover not falling for his antics. But Rami building up that slow push in the top wave. Going to be very difficult for this set to clear efficiently. And just like that, huge waves being pushed into the bot and top turrets. Jas took a recall, so there's going to be another wave shoved in there. Because of that shove, Rami was able to dissuade Castellan off of taking the Scuttle Crab. He doesn't have Smite, so he's not able to take that away from him, sadly. Going to watch as the Scuttle Crab that he did all the work for just goes right into the hands of the, I believe Mordekaiser's title is the Iron Warden. Not much of a lore guy. I'm not too sure. I mean, I am a lore guy, but I'm not Mordekaiser's lore. Facebreaker hits onto Rami Baba. Takes a lot of damage. Passive is going to be procced, but nothing more going to come of it. Jungle No Mechanics up on the top side now. Hot Dog Lever hits the knockup onto Jas, but the Shroud does go down, so Winwall could block the glaives of Jas, who had to use his refillable potion. Good purchase for him. Refillables all across the board for both teams. 2 on the side of Team Rift Dog, 2 on the side of Team Hot Dog. Very gold efficient item for those who are curious about it or don't already know. Could see a potential gank on the bot side. Castellan is going to get tripped up by the Lotus Bomb, but Sizzle flashing away, and that could be a very early flash. Just get hit by the Luxana Root, and first blood goes over to Rift Dog. Nice gold into this Caitlyn's pocket. Laser Lord and Rami Baba duking it out as well. The grasp is going to miss. Good damage. Both ultimates are online for Rami and Laser Lord. A little bit more damage in the inventory of Laser Lord. Rift Dog and Cypress under siege, but a huge flash knockup, and the Yasuo ultimate is going to help out Castellan, and Rift Dog, who's going to get one, has the ace in the hole if he wants to use it on Jungle No Mechanics, does use it, but is going to be healed by Sizzle. Jas has arrived. It is a 3v3, but the health bars are low on 2 of them. Jas going to dash in there, should pick up 1. That is Jungle No Mechanics being slain, a 2v3. Castellan is low. Cypress and Sizzle are nearly full health. Bob Timer 3, low on mana, high on health. Jas, the exact opposite, going to take a recall. A 2-for-1 trade in favor of Team Rift Dog. Some good gold in their pockets. A great wombo combo from Jungle No Mechanics and Hot Dog Lover, but Laser Lord could be in a little bit more trouble. The ultimate is online, but a huge flash showstopper under the turret. Rami Baba could be in trouble. Directed Cam takes us bot lane because it believes it is more important down here. Silence is going to go on to Luxana, and Rami's going to get out of that top play. I like the gusto from Laser Lord, flashing and forcing Rami Baba under the turret, trying to get him very low there. Escapes by the skin of his teeth and by the presence of his jungler topside. Luxana going to be clearing these wards on the bot side. Sizzle, very sad because he just placed those. As a support main, I can 100% agree, my friend. Nothing more frustrating than seeing the wards you just placed destroyed right before your very eyes. Put so much time and effort into all of those, and for what? Nothing. Hot Dog Lover and Jast fairly even in this lane. A little bit of a CS lead in favor of Hot Dog Lover, though. Has the Noon Quiver, has the Berserker Greaves, while the Hextech Alternator and the Blasting Wand in the inventory of Jast. Laser Lord could be in a bit of trouble. The Facebreaker is going to be used, though. Stuns up Rami Baba. Big Haymaker going to be blocked by the W of Rami. Both of those shields is canceling each other out. A large wave being pushed into Laser Lord's turret. Should get all of these minions. Might have just cast or cursed him, but that is my job here. Oh, got that one. Yep, I cursed him. He missed it. He missed the caster minion. Blame him in chat. Get him out of here. Happy Teemo being thrown up by... Oh, those glaives being thrown on Yasuo's toes there. Barely missing him. But some MIA pings being issued in the bottom side jungle for Team Rift Dog. They want this Ocean Dragon. They want to be able to contest it. Neither top laner has the Unleashed Teleport yet. Just waiting on the reinforcements before going to clear that ward. Not wanting to give it in just yet, but it's a lot of Jin traps chilling around the Drake pit. The Castellan, you're supposed to destroy them. You're not supposed to walk over them, silly Billy. But he does have the Rift Herald in his inventory. Going to try and get some pressure on the bot side turret. That should be some nice gold into his pocket. Should get easily 2 plates off of this. Might get 3. I believe he did get 3, actually, because one of the plates was already so low. Laser Lord missing the Facebreaker onto Rami Baba. This could be a very interesting fight for Rami Baba if he wants to take it. Decides to back off instead of trying to dive. Laser Lord under the turret. Knows what happened last time. Remembers. Castellan going to start up the Ocean Dragon, though. Be very, very good for either team to pick this up. Hot Dog Lover getting the knock up onto Jast. Jast dealing a lot of damage. Has a lot of ability, power to his name, and just a lot of poke with the Hextech Alternator passive doing so much. But Mythics should be coming online pretty soon for these two teams. Just as I say that, Jazz picks up the Hextech Rocket Belt, and the Gale Force is going to be picked up for Rift Dog. Rift Dog sitting at 2-0-1. Jast 1-0-0. Then Hot Dog Lover 1-1-0. Very low amount of kills. If you have tuned in the past 2 days of the stream, you know how high and bloody these games have been, having so much action early on. But this game fairly quiet. Maybe it's the change of Jast to mid lane instead of the ADC, and Rift Dog being implemented into the ADC role. But Jast trying to get some good trains onto Hot Dog Lover. Blue team. Team Rift Dog slaying the dragon. Gonna get the Ocean passive for themselves. Infernal Dragon, the next one on the docket, which I know both of these teams would definitely love to pick up for themselves to do some more damage. Unleashed Teleports are online. Very important. Jast going to hit Shuriken onto Hot Dog Lover. Neither team wanting to pull the trigger. I was talking about it a little bit earlier. Neither team wanting to be the one to cause the other to win so much. Rift Dog taking a lot of use of his kit to almost one-shot Sizzle, or 100-0 him rather. Hot Dog Lover could be in a bit of trouble if that Shuriken is taken by Jazz, but I don't believe he's going to do it. Diana was just on this bot side, potentially looking for a gank, but decides to say otherwise. Tornado gonna miss onto Jast. Wave being shoved in, and could we see a potential turret dive for Castellan onto Hot Dog Lover? He is in the top side jungle of red side with Jast going in. The Shuriken hits. He could be very low, and the dash onto Hot Dog Lover gonna take him down. Jungle mechanics very low. end of the line, not going to finish it off. The red buff just might. So low, survives with less than 50 HP. Laser Lord could be in a bit of trouble. Does get pulled back by Rami Baba. Rami Baba still has the Death Realm ultimate if he wants to use it. Health bar is very low on the bot side. No ace in the hole for Rift Dogs. Not able to completely kill Sizzle here. Recalls are going to be taken, but a 1-for-0 trade on the mid lane for Jazz. This turret should be going down here with the help of that Rift Herald earlier. Cypress and Sizzle could be in a lot of trouble. Wish is going to be used. Cypress, you do not have a lot of abilities to contend with this, my friend. Does back off, though. No more fights going to happen just yet, but the wave is going to be shoved towards Team Hot Dog's bottom tier 2 turret. Might see a potential 2v1 onto Castell, and just in the wrong plays at the right time. We see that Wombo combo in action. The second kill for Hot Dog Lover. Knows he does not have the Last Breath ultimate. Does miss the shuriken, and Jas could be in a bit of trouble. Shroud is going to be used. Has to use the ultimate in order to get out. Luxana Unana is here to help out his teammate. Another grasp is going to hit, but dodged by the shuriken. The ultimate was used onto Jas, but gets under the safety of his turret. Rami Bamba throwing up the thumbs up. Knows might have been a little preemptive on the use of the R there, but does have some ability haste to his name, so that should be online within the next minute and a half, something like that. I know Mordekaiser ultimate is very high on the cooldown in rank 1, but he does have it on rank 2. So, might be a big difference maker. Rift Herald is going to be taken by Team Rift Dogs. This is the second Herald that they are taking this game for themselves. It'd be very, very good to knock down this mid turret or to open the map a lot wider. We'll have to have the siege members of Rift Dog and Luxana in order to help take it down, though. Jast is going to spot Jungle No Mechanics in the jungle. Hits the shuriken, the fade away. The second dash could be available. Does use it. Not going to hit it, but the bailout is going to be used on Jast. Jast needs more than a bailout. He needs a berserk from Luxana, who does hit a lot. Curtain Call is going to be used by Cypress. Hits one onto Jast. The fourth bullet is just going to be bodied by Castell in there. Rami could be in a bit of trouble. Half HP. Jast misses the shuriken. Luxana got rooted up right there. Laser Lord in the back line. Still has the showstopper. Uses it over the wall. RKO. Sizzle. Goodbye. Luxana, Unana, and the gang are in a bit of trouble. Rami flashes over the wall to try and help the team with Laser Lord, but Laser Lord got a double kill. Bob Timer 3 picks up a killing spree kill. Laser Lord trying to get the face breaker onto Hot Dog Lover. It is a 4-4-0 in favor of Team Rift Dog. About as well as you could have wanted that team fight to go. Great flank from the Laser Lord in order to pick off Sizzle. And I believe he killed Jungle No Mechanics as well. Rami Baba not knowing what to do in the face of 4 opponents flashing over the wall and just finding his demise as well. And on top of that, the Infernal Dragon is going to go the way of Team Rift Dog. So not only did you give them a lot of gold, but you gave them some permanent damage increase. And we will see that it is a Hex Tech Rift for the rest of this game. The Hex Gates do activate. Laser Lord now has a lot more items to his name. Has the finished Gore Drinker, as well as the pickaxe. And Cypress could be in a little bit of trouble. He had made the mistake of wanting to try and farm, the grave sin that many ADCs do when you are faced up against a Akali who has items. He didn't have flash there. Wasn't able to really do too much against burst damage. Soraka works best against prolonged damage, not burst damage like the Akali. Can't heal that away. Rift Dog staying barely out of vision and is going to try and help out his teammate, but the ultimate is going to be used. It is a 1v1. Laser Lord trying to fend off Rami Baba. They are exiting the Death Realm, and Rift Dog going to go on a rampage on this Caitlyn. 4-0-2. Team Hot Dog not knowing what to do, not having an answer. for Jast nor Bob Timer 3. Another turret in favor of Team Rift Dog. Ace in the hole just going to be used to get some poke damage onto Sizzle, who just immediately uses his refillable potions. Bought him for a reason. Why not use them, right? Sixel and Cypress trying to clear out this mid wave safely. Sizzle is there in order to protect Cypress this time around. They did spot Jast on a control ward in the bottom side jungle, but that does not mean that he could still not get blown up by a few different other people. Castellan stopping Jungle No Mechanics' recall right there. Cypress is without his ADC. Jast not wanting to commit too much. Doesn't have the vision. If he had gone for that R2, might have been his demise. But did force the Gale Force out of Cypress. Gale Force definitely being the correct option this game for Jhin. The safest mythic item that he could pick right here. Jast could be in a little bit of trouble. Does dodge all of the CC abilities thrown at him. Gotta love having a Shroud. Thumbs up from Rift Dog, from Bob Timer 3. Letting them know that he is he's just chilling. He's just having a lot of fun. Team Rift Dog know that that is a death bush. Doesn't want to walk towards it and then risk letting Team Hot Dog get back into this game. Dragon spawns in about 2 minutes. Team Rift Dog might be looking to ramp up and get the Dragon Soul. This would be very, very helpful for them in these team fights, especially for Bob Timer 3. Be able to activate that Chain Lightning on the rest of Team Hot Dog. But Sizzle could be in a lot of trouble. Tried to recall, and oh my goodness, Ace in the hole, gonna finish off the kill. Bob Timer 3 is unstoppable. Jungle No Mechanics is very low. End of the line not available for Castellan, not able to finish it off, nor was Ace in the holes up. But the jungle of Team Hot Dog just in firm possession of Team Rift Dog. Not really much you can do. Your blue buff is being taken, and heaven forbid your Gromp is gone as well. That is just adding insult to injury. Hot Dog Lover might get advantageous and tried to go in on Bob Timer 3 there. If he had Ace in the hole, I believe he was just dead because he did not have the wind wall up. You are not wanting to play aggressive and continue to give this Caitlyn more kills. You want to try and pick her off when you have the opportunity, not just when you feel like it. Rift Dog pushing out this mid wave in order to help prepare his team for the Baron, but Team Hot Dog preparing themselves for this Dragon. They know Jast is on the top side taking their top turret, but they might think that this Hextech Dragon is worth it, and Rift Dog in a bit of trouble, tries to finish the recall. Curtain Call is used, but Flash for Jungle No Mechanics going to finish the shutdown. Waste of a Curtain Call out of Cypress. And that might just guarantee the Hextech Dragon for Team Hot Dog, not having their most fed member. TP going to be used by Rami Baba to ensure that it is going their way. Might see a potential steal. Shuriken could be used if it's timed right. Jast actually just going into the belly of the beast, but Jungle No Mechanics going to secure it for himself. Very good pickup for Team Hot Dog. I believe there was an objective bounty on that as well, helping them get some even more gold in their pockets. Luxana Unana clearing out the vision that his enemies have played. It's a very, very good vision score for both him and Sizzle, but Castellan could be in a bit of trouble. Does get hit by the Mordekaiser ultimate, trying his best to dodge around, but could be in more than trouble than just that. Laser Lord is there. End of the line is going to be used to provide some distance. Laser Lord still has the Showstopper, does hit the Facebreaker back in. Doesn't use the Showstopper on Rami Baba, despite it might have just been able to kill him. Might have traded his life for it, though. Didn't think his life was worth that of Rami Baba, and it is not, because he does have that bounty on his head. Ace in the hole going to be used, I believe, onto Sizzle there, even though we didn't see who it was used on. I have a hankering. Yep, it was Sizzle. So you can look at his health bar and find out. Jungle still trying to be owned by Team Rift Dog. They want this Baron to be under as little pressure from Team Hot Dog as possible. Want as little lights in the top side jungle that they can have for Team Hot Dog. Wanting to be like Captain Price in the Modern Warfare games. Bravo 6 going dark. But instead of them going dark, it is actually just going to be Team Hot Dog. So they just don't like it the way they look. Second items are starting to be finished, and third items being worked on for most of these members. Castellan does have 3 items to his name, the only one with 3 completed items with the Eclipse Collector and the Umbral Glaive. Has a lot of CS for a jungler and a lot of KP, 5 KP out of 11 kills. So second highest KP on his team besides Rift Dog, who has just been playing out of his mind this game. 250 farm, 5, 1, and 2 on this Caitlyn. What more could you want out of your ADC? Might see the 5v5 on the top side. Rami Baba not there, so will be a 5v4 instead. Doesn't have his teleport either. This might be a good time for Team Rift Dog to try and shove out this mid wave and get something going towards the Barons. I'm on the way pings for the top jungle. But Jungle No Mechanics trying to get in range of Rift Dog, who is using everything at his ability to heal. The Gale Force didn't have flash there, but the 90 caliber net gonna help get enough as well. No sums used on the side of Team Hot Dog, but they definitely wanted to get him and were very, very close to had any of those CCs hit, and they could have used that momentum to get the Baron. But because of their failed attempt on his life, Jast will be able to get the top lane turret, but will he pay with it with his life? Going to be using the Shroud. The Diana ultimate is going to be used, but Jast barely missing the over the wall, but the curtain call is going to shut him down. Cypress getting on the board this game finally. And some immediate on the way pings to this Baron. It is warded, so they do know that they are there. Laser Lord has his teleport. Luxana Unana is running there now. Sizzle going to be hit by another ace in the hole. You do not want your Soraka to be incredibly low at the start of this match. Rami Baba going to be playing defense. Hits Castellan right there and is going to send him to the Death Realm. Going to deal a lot of damage. Doesn't have flash in order to get over to Castellan. Rift Dog going to do a lot of damage. Luxana not going to get locked up. Pops the locket of the Iron Solari. Don't think it's going to be enough. The Berserk is used, but blocked by the wind wall of Hot Dog Lover. And Team Hot Dog are wearing purple, but they are still down about 6,000 gold. We'll have to see if they can use this Baron to their advantage. All 3 outer turrets still stand for Team Rift Dog. Some good recall is going to be taken by both teams, though, finishing up their third items. Rift Dog has finished the Infinity Edge and the Collector alongside his Gale Force. Cypress trying to finish that third item, trying to finish that Infinity Edge after picking up the Lord Dominic's Regards. Some on the way pings all across the bottom side. Jungle Jast going to hit the Shuriken, but a good trap wall being set up, and that is going to be sole point for Team Rift Dog, despite Team Hot Dog having the Baron, not able to do anything. Rami Baba taken very low. Ace in the hole is not going to hit, but Laser Lord in the midst of it, going to have to use the Haymaker a lot early. He still uses the Facebreaker, though. The Showstopper into 3. The RKO getting the slow over the AoE, but it could be a bad fight. Diana trying to get the ultimate off. Hot Dog Lover using his Wombo combo. It is now a 2v4, and now it is a 1v4. Rift Dog trying his best to clean up this fight. The flash, Nethergrass is going to miss, and a shutdown, and a 1-4-5 ace in favor of Team Hot Dog. I said they needed to use this Baron efficiently, and by golly, they heard me talking and heard that I wanted to see this action. It looked like a good team fight out of Team Rift Dog, but Team Hot Dog flipped the script. Laser Lord hit a great three-man showstopper that I thought was going to spell their doom, but the wombo combo of Jungle No Mechanics and Hot Dog Lover doing so much to destroy the backline of Team Rift Dog. And for their efforts, they not only get both outer turrets in the mid and bot lane, but they get the bot lane inner turret, which is going to open this up quite a bit. Team Rift Dog no longer have that that illustrious gold lead that they had about 10 minutes ago. They are now actually tied for gold. But the thing that they do have going for them is they have Soul Point. So if they do manage to get this 4th Hextech Dragon, it could be bad news bears for Team Hot Dog. Baron buff is going to despawn right here. Jas trying to get Rami Baba in a precarious position, forcing out the stopwatch. Silence goes down. Going to dissuade him. End of the line, not going to finish it off. But the dash into the shuriken. Holy moly, Jas! See you on Reddit later. Stopwatch is going to be using the Zanyas. Laser Lord could be in a bit of trouble. The Haymaker goes down. Ace in the hole from downtown. Jungle Mechanics going to go on a rampage. Castellan could be in a bit of trouble. The 4th shot is going to hit. Not going to kill him, though. A 4v4. No top laners for either team, but the rest of the gang has arrived for Team Rift Dog, not wanting to fight either Jas nor Rift Dog, but they say, all right, we see the Caitlyn walking up by herself. She's just going to die. Jas could be in a very bad position with that teleport. Does use the shuriken once again. Has the ultimate, I believe, in a few seconds. Could look to eliminate Sizzle. They do have vision of him recalling in this bush. If they could hit the shuriken, would be the end. They are just going to recall back off of this top side. Gold ever so slightly in favor of Team Hot Dog. Rift Dog just walking up too much without seeing where the rest of the enemy team was, and pays the price for it. Was at one point, I believe, 5-0, or maybe 5-1, and is currently sitting at 5-3. Not had the best past few minutes for this Caitlyn. The jungle is back in favor of Team Hot Dog. They're finally able to get their own blue buffs and their own Gromps. Thank the gods that they were able to have that. The Runeterra gods. I don't know any League of Legends developers to thank for all of that, but the root is going to go down. We are seeing a lot of junglers go with the Sunfire builds, despite them not necessarily being tank junglers. Like Diana, you would think would build something like the like a Ludens or the Night Harvester, something where they're able to blow up the enemy. But the Sunfire seems to be working just fine for him. Has a lot of damage and a lot of health. Has a Thornmail as well. Very interesting choice, but does help against Rift Dog's Caitlyn. Baron spawns in about 20 seconds. Dragon spawns in about 30. We could see both teams just opt to split these objectives, but if you are Team Hot Dog, can you really let Team Rift Dog just get this 4th Dragon? Posturing towards the top side. They do have a lot of Jhin Lotus traps all around the jungle and the mid wave. So they know where you're going and when you're going, and might be able to slow you down a little bit as well. Just trying to get that pick, trying to be the savior for his team. Knows that he is the one who is able to do it. Hits the shuriken, might take the dash, but there are 4 there. Hot Dog Lover is going to be soloing the dragon during this entire time. This is the perfect time for Team Rift Dog to try and get an engage, but they are simply just letting him take it. And that is just going to be the easy dragon going over to Team Hot Dog. Team Rift Dog missing their opportunity. Might take it right now there. Ace in the hole is going to hit onto Sizzle, who takes his HP a little bit above half. W is going to hit onto Laser Lord. That is a 1v5, my friend. The Haymaker might have to be popped a bit early in order to save his life. Very, very low. Uses the Gore Drinker to get some health back, but he is in a lot of trouble. The Haymaker still being held. Only Laser Lord fighting him. Hits the Face Breaker, and my friend, you just held onto that ability way too long. Jungle No Mechanics is unstoppable now. Jast is behind the Baron pit, though. I do not know if Team Hot Dog know that he is there. Ripdog trying to get some poke damage with this Caitlyn. Scryer's Orb is used onto the Baron. Rami Baba is going to use the Death Realm onto, I don't even know who it is because the game is being flipped in favor of Team Ripdog. It is a clean ace right there for themselves. Laser Lord died before that fight happened, so it is a clean ace. Castellan might just die here. Oh my goodness. Taken very low. The Baron almost sealing the kill for him right there. But Team Ripdog said, yeah, you might have taken the 4th dragon away from us, but we are going to take away the Baron Nashor. All of them except for Laser Lord by a few seconds are wearing purple. Jast pushing this mid wave, took that mid-tier 2 turret. All the jungle as well. Lots of minions and lots of gold in the pockets of Team Ripdog. This game is so back and forth. This is very different than any of the games that we have seen over the past few days. Most of those games ended in around 25 minutes. This one is a slug fest. Neither team wanting to truly give in or let the enemy win. And that mid inhibitor turret is just going to be taken by minions. Inhibitor is exposed if they want to try and go for the backdoor potential on it. That mid inhibitor does go down. Minions, super minions in that mid wave could be a thorn in the side of Team Hot Dog, especially with this next dragon spawning in about a little bit over 2 minutes and 30 seconds. On the way pings for Laser Lord. They see he is there all by himself, has the teleport, but Sizzle could easily cancel it with the E. Rami Baba going to be taken with the 1v1, and it could just be a trade for kills on either side of the map. Cypress and the gang going to pick off Laser Lord while our Rami Baba gets soloed by Jast. And in the base right now, just as I was saying, Castellan backdooring the inhibitor. That is going to be a lot of pressure, a lot of passive pressure that Team Ripdog just don't even have to exert. And because of that pick potential on the bottom side, they lose 2 inhibitors off of that. Curtain Call is going to be used to hit some pot shots on the way out. 4th shot is going to go wide. Jast trying to do his darndest to win this game. Wish is going to be used, is going to pop. The Zanya is not wanting to die to set. The Berserk is going to hit. Hot Dog Lover doesn't get any more kills though. Jungle No Mechanics is going to fall. Might hit the tornado, barely goes wide as Castellan dodges away. Team Ripdog wanting to close this game out. And now with this passive pressure, Ripdog almost getting the 100-0 onto Hot Dog Lover. But he does pop the ace in the hole to do a little bit more damage to him. And it's all just going to be healed back by the Immortal Shield Bow though. But getting those inhibitors right now is so incredibly important because now you have these super waves going in mid and top. So you're able to have that pressure while the dragon comes up. And on top of that, Laser Lord is pushing this bottom wave. So you are preparing yourself for this dragon fight that even if you do somehow lose the dragon fight, you have so much pressure going on elsewhere. Laser Lord going to get pulled over the wall. Does have the blast cone available to him though. Rami might have shot himself in the foot there by getting rid of the blast cone. Rift Dog in a bit of trouble, not wanting to get picked off by Rami Baba and Cypress. Laser Lord taking a lot of shots though. That's what happens when you're playing a melee champion against a Jhin. Rift Dog in the pit, gonna have to use the 90 caliber net over the wall. Laser Lord getting caught out though. That's a lot of damage and it's going to be sent to the death realm by Rami Baba. Sixel is in a bit of trouble, but the Showstopper is gonna be used on Rami to buy some time. Jast in the backline getting a double kill. Ace in the hole gonna be popped to take off Rami Baba. And ladies and gentlemen, that is all that she wrote. Last breath, and I think you mean your last breath, Hot Dog Lover. Double kill for Rift Dog. The rest of the team is going to storm the base, and just as I was saying, the minions are storming in, and the minions just might end the game themselves. Castellan flashes away from Luxana Unana. The rest of the abilities are going to be used to try and get in the final screen. But Team Rift Dog gonna win this 40-minute slugfest of a game. This, by far, my friends, I think is the best game we have seen in all 3 days. This very evenly matched teams between one another. So many back and forth fights. We saw Team Hot Dog come back for a little bit. They got the bear and they were able to push the waves into Team Rift Dog's tier 2 turrets. I believe they took 1 or 2 of them as well. Laser Lord kept getting caught out by the team, but he made it work. And I think the MVP of this game, Jast, just doing so much in the back line, taking down Sizzle, taking down Cypress, taking down Hot Dog Lover. Because in that last fight, Hot Dog Lover barely used his ultimate when he had a 3rd HP, and by that time, every single one of his teammates was dead. And you know what? He soon followed. So Rift Dog doing so well. Team Rift Dog playing as a team, playing as a cohesive unit, and winning the longest game by a wide margin that we have seen in the UNC Esports League of Legends varsity tryouts. But I do believe we are going to hop into a short break before we go into game 2. So don't look away from that browser. UNC Esports. We'll be right back. Yeah, I'm still on screen. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 2 of the last day of UNC League of Legends Varsity Tryouts. I am Podslim once again, and we see some new faces on the Rift today. And instead of Laser Lord in the top side, it is going to be Stexy. Saw a little bit of his gameplay yesterday. And for the side of Team Hot Dog, we have Jimmy Coy stepping in for Sizzle. If you watched the first day of tryouts, which I hope you did, you will know that Jimmy Coy was a jungle aficionado. Man just absolutely wrecked the entire opposing team in every single game that he played in the jungle position. So we will see how well he plays in the support role alongside Cypress. But bans are a little bit different from what we saw in Game 1. The Gnar and the Akshan are normal bans that what we did see, as well as the Udyr. But Twitch and Samira are going to be two new additions to the ban table. I believe, I believe we are going to see a Hecarim ban, as that is normally what we do see on Red 3 as far as a ban. But have to see what Stexy and the gang want to pick for their first pick. Sides were not swapped. Normally after this first game, people do switch sides, but not this time around. Stexy gonna lock in the Sivir. Sivir was very popular yesterday in the hands of Cypress and Sizzle, who ran the standard Sivir Yuumi. Nothing too scary, except the Sivir, who is able to do so much damage, and then the Yuumi is able to speed you up, and it's actually very scary now that you think about it. Rami Baba gonna lock in the Kalista, I believe. Yep, gonna pick that up. We saw that banned a lot as well yesterday, so I have to see how well that is going to be utilized. Vi being hovered for Jungle No Mechanics. We have not seen Vi in any of our tryout games just yet. Have seen Graves quite a few times, but it does not mean that Vi is any less of a good champion. Castellan played Graves very well last game, so you might want to take that out of his hands. But Vi is going to be locked in for Team Hot Dog. Vi from Arcane, the hit Netflix series Arcane. Very interesting. And now if you just pick Caitlyn, and then Jinx and Jace and Victor and Heimerdinger, then he's got a full Arcane composition. I told them I would pay Rami Baba $5 if he was able to get his team a full Arcane composition. He has not taken me up on that offer just yet, sadly. I wish Rami would, because I think that would be very, very funny. But Poppy going to be locked in for Castellan to sort of counteract this Vi pick. Not wanting her to use the... I don't know if it blocks the cease and desist ultimate for Vi, but I know it does block the dashing punch that she has. I'll have to look up the name of that. I'm not too sure what it is. But just hovering a lot of supports, and is going to lock in Rakan. I believe that is the first Rakan we have seen as well. Maybe there were some on day one, but I'm not too sure that we have seen any since then. Yone almost immediately locked in for Hot Dog Lover. The Akali taken out of the hands of Jast last game. Definitely performed very, very well on that champion. I have to see what Team Rift Dog are wanting to swap around. Maybe their bans are going to be similar. Maybe they're going to have more bans oriented towards Rami Baba, but they are taking the Janna out of the hands of Jimmy Coy. Despite them having Luxana Unana, who is very proficient on Janna, but he's going to be playing Rakan this game. Lilia going to be banned away from Stexy. They know that he is very good at that champion, especially in the top side, in the top lane of the Rift. You got to abuse Rami Baba with the little deer champion. That's always a lot of fun. Them respecting Rami, Team Rift Dog respecting Rami's Kennen as well. I believe we saw a bit of that in day one of tryouts. But Cypress recognizing that there are some very good supports left up. Mumu is very popular right now. We did see Sizzle play the Pyke last day of tryouts, but the Renata Glask going to be opted in for, because I do know the support for Team Rift Dog. So, a bit of a predicament for Team Rift Dog. They don't know where the Yone is going. Could be going mid or could be going top. So they have to blind pick one of them. Vex being hovered for Rift Dog. Zir as well. Zir could work very well. But they are just going to opt for the Orianna. Put that on the Rakan. Able to dive in there and get a lot of wombo combo damage for the team. Luxana Unana, the last pick for his squad for the top lane. Could Stexy be going up against a Yone, or is it still undecided? Regardless of that, the Gwen going to be locked in for Stexy. Very powerful champion, especially if you run the Ghost in order to run down people like Rami Baba, who will have to learn how to play around this, have to learn not to get too aggressive with the Gwen if you don't know if you can kill her. 4 seconds left on the pick for Jimmy Coy. Gonna be picking the Camille. An interesting pick into the Gwen, since Gwen can go immune to the Camille's, I believe it's no, it's not Slingshot, that's Zach. I forget the name of the dash ability for Camille, but that is going to be the matchup in the top side. Gwen versus Camille, Vi versus Poppy, Orianna v Yone, and then Sivir and Rakan going up against Kalista and Renata Glask. Jimmy Coy and Stexy making their Day 3 debuts for Team Rift Dog and Team Hot Dog. Trying to show that they want and deserve their spots on varsity and junior varsity. Both of these teams wanting to continue their domination. Team Rift Dog, especially after that 40-minute slugfest that we did see last game. Who knows? Maybe we will see something more akin to yesterday and the day before's games, where they end around 25, 26 minutes. Or Day 3 could just be the day of long games. Who knows? Both of these compositions looking to fight, looking to get dirty, and looking to get bloody. But we will have to see what the outcome of this game will be here in a few minutes. Spectator delay needs to get out of the way first. So we are going to hop into a short break. Don't look away from that browser. UNC Esports will be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Summoner's Rift. We've got an exciting game 2 going on for you between Team Rift Dog and Team Hot Dog. Going to be very, very good. Exciting game for you all. Both teams have pretty stellar compositions. Very aggressive compositions at that. See Jas saying Oriana woohoo in the chat on the left side, with a great response out of Hot Dog Lover. Yahoo! Very, we all, they are just, both of them too excited for this game. This Camo Henry hides that away from us. Sadly, he didn't want us to see their conversations mid-game. But Team Rift Dog looking to continue their winning streak. They did win last game. Block of that damage by the E from Jimmy Coy. Tried to get some Spell Thief's Edge money in his pocket, but sadly failed to do so. Neither top laners running Flash, so we look to see a lot of fighting between them. Difference of summoner spells out of Cypress and Rift Dog. Hot Dog Lover throws up the thumbs up Teemo, but he does get hit by the auto attack and the Airy from Jas. Sign of disrespect. I would have just thrown up my own emote, but I am not him. Sometimes you have to be the bigger man and throw up the emote instead of auto attacking your opponent. We all just want to have a fun game of League of Legends, but that is how this matchup needs to go, at least at this point in the matchup for Jas. Needs to abuse that ranged advantage as much as he can while he's able to, because once that Yone does get his 3 basic abilities, able to dash in, get a lot of damage, and then be able to dash out, Jas is not going to have the best of times. Grasp of the Undying for Rami Baba going to be making a good bit of difference for him. Get some health back, and there we go. The dash is going to be used onto Jas, taking a lot of damage there. When we pop back out, but the knockup is going to land on Jimmy Coy on the bot side. Good damage onto Rift Dog. The Sivir pick, we're going to hopefully try and utilize that spell shield to negate some of the Renata Glask poke damage. Rakan doesn't exactly have the best poke. Has his Q to be able to get some poke damage, but only does so much, especially at this level in the game. Does heal your ADC. You are able to land it. You see right there, the spell shield blocked. Or Jimmy Coy and some mana back in the pocket of Rift Dog. Jas still using his auto attacks to his benefit, as we might see a dive here on the bot side. Big wave, but mid wave not matter as well. But the flash stun into the wall. First blood going for Hot Dog Lover. Luxana Urana could be in a bit of trouble. Jungle Mechanics getting very low, but the Flash Ignite is going to take him down. I believe 2 turret shots on the Cypress. The execution. Luxana Urana going to get a kill. The exhaust used onto Jimmy Coy. The cavalry has arrived. Castellan going to slay Jimmy Coy, and what looked like a decent dive for Team Hot Dog turns into a 3-for-1 in favor of Team Rift Dog. Hot Dog Lover in the mid lane, not expecting the flash stun for Castell, and didn't even have time to react. Could have flashed over the wall or flashed out of the way. But that is a good kill for every lane in Team Rift Dog. And the gold is spread out, not all on one individual. You know I am a big fan of spreading the love around, not giving one champion too much gold early on, but giving them all a little bit of a bonus to help them start to steamroll their lead a little bit. Luxana Unana does come back to lane with boots as well as the Fairy Charm, while Jimmy Coy only comes back with boots. Jas taking a little bit of damage right there. Neither mid laner has their ultimates, both sitting at about levels 4 and 5. Castellan might try and go in on Hot Dog Lover as soon as he did see him use the dash, forcing the flash out, and big misplay out of Hot Dog Lover. Now has to play a lot safer knowing that this Poppy could be anywhere at any time, and he does not have a flash. Ward is going to spot Castellan, and the team knows what's up, immediately back off. Doesn't want to waste his time chilling down there, but Jungle Mechanics does want to use his time down there. Knockup is going to miss the Granite Interest, but the Hex Flash is going to go over. Cypress is going to be denied of the dash. The Poppy Q is going to miss Bob Timer very, very low. The Ignite ticking down does not finish him off, though. No blood is going to be drawn for either team. But Bob Timer is getting very gutsy by staying with such low HP. He's getting a little bit of heals from the Rakan Quills, but we might see a potential dive. I don't know if they know that Castellan is still hanging around. I do see him now, so they aren't going to go for that dive onto the turret, but here they go, the charge up on the Q. Castellan might have the reflexes to stop it, but it is just going to be canceled. The Grand Entrance is going to hit onto Cypress. Castellan trying to get in there. Not going to hit it, though, and has to back off because he does not have the steadfast presence to block the Vi any longer. Recall going to be taken for Cypress. Jimmy Coy farming from the brush. And here we are in topside. Haven't had a lot of action going on in topside, but Rami did pick up the Sheen for himself and Stexy the Blasting Wand. So Stexy got a little bit more damage, but Rami going for that on hit right now. Building towards the Triforce. Very good item, but the Grand Entrance is going to be hit onto Jimmy Coy. Don't know if Castellan knows that the Vi is here. Does see him now. Pops the Steadfast Presence to run out. Wave just trying to be shoved in, and Bob Timer 3 could be in a bit of trouble. Is going to be hit. Cypress doing the dash. The bailout is popped. The Grand Entrance is going to go wide. Rift Dog is in a bit of trouble, but Bob Timer 3 able to hit the Q onto Jimmy Coy. So not all terrible. It does give a 2-for-1 in favor of Team Hot Dog. But some gold back in your pocket is always nice. Jast and Hot Dog Lover duking it out in the mid lane. Rami going to miss the dash onto Stexy. Stexy trying to pick him off there, and nothing Rami can do. The damage just in favor of Stexy right now. The solo bolo in favor of Gwen. She is going to pick up some turret plates for herself as well, and to make matters worse, Rami does not have teleport to get back to catch this wave, so he loses all of this CS. Not even Jungle No Mechanics is there to pick it up for him. Does look like Team Rift Dog know where Jungle No Mechanics is as well. Put some MIA pings on the red buff exactly where he is. Game once again early going in favor of Team Rift Dog. You might see that change here in the mid game like we did last time, but Jimmy Coy walking in, trying to hit that displacement onto either Luxana or Rift Dog. Is going to get clipped by the Silver Q at the very end, though. Does have it available, but the Rakan has so many ways of getting out, but it does hit Rift Dog. Grand Entrance is going to knock up Cypress right there, but a lot of spears going into Bob Timer 3. Does have to take the recall here. Actually cancels it because he does see the wave being shoved into his own turret. Don't believe we will see a dive, though. They do see Jungle No Mechanics running away, so they do concede some of the turret plates in favor of their lives. One would say that is a good trade. Speaking of good trades, Castellan is trying to take the Rift Herald, but Jast could be in a bit of trouble. The Command Shockwave is going to be used, and Hot Dog Lover almost getting the solo kill onto Jast, who has to take a recall here. Wants to save his turret a little bit of XP, though. Dragon is going to go the way of Team Hot Dog, but this top turret could be going the way of Team Rift Dog, if nothing less. Some nice turret plates into their pockets. Only going to get 2, though, so not a complete destruction, nor is it going to get 3. The wave is being shoved in into Rami Baba here, so he might have a little bit of trouble farming under this turret. Rift Dog having a bit of trouble farming under the turret as well against Cypress, who is 3-1. I believe this is one of the few times that we see him have a huge gold lead at this point, as more than double his opponent's farm. Only 37 CS for Bob Timer 3. Not the numbers you are really wanting to see. Luxana Unana trying his darndest to help him out, keep him alive and functioning in this lane. But you can only do so much when your wave constantly gets shoved in, and Jungle No Mechanics constantly shows his face bot side. Hot Dog Lover not respecting the flash of the Poppy once again. The gank going to be successful, and that hands Hot Dog Lover his second death of the game. Poppy so good against the champions of Team Hot Dog, the Vi, the Yone, the Callista, the Camille. Just an all-around great pick for Team Rift Dog. Definitely won the Champ Select award on that pick alone. Vi is spotted on the bot side jungle. Throws up the thumbs up, Teemo. Stexy and Rami Baba duking it out once more. Stexy opted for the plated steel caps against this Camille. A very smart option. Very auto attack focused. Loves to shove in the wave as well. Try and make it as hard as he can for Rami Baba to farm. Dash getting dove in on a little bit by Hot Dog Lover, but just going to push him back by dodging. Sounds simple enough, but oh boy, is it harder than it looks. So the Grand Entrance is going to knock up on Jimmy Koi. Not enough damage just yet, only some attack speed to Rift Dog's name. Stexy going to take a turret shot right at the very end, sadly. Jazz in a bit of trouble. The cease and desist is popped, and it could be comboed into the command shockwave, though. Jungle No Mechanics going to die to the turret shot. The outplay of Jast of the 2v1, and he might not be done. Castellan is going to be here. Doesn't have the slow off the W, but they could just try and run him down. Bob Timer 3 in a bit of trouble. The Grand Entrance is going to miss, but the quickness is going to be popped. Rift Dog not going to die, but is not going to get any kills either. And Castellan, once again, getting another kill onto Hot Dog Lover. 0-3 and 0 for this Yone. Not the way you want to start this game. Fighting all over the map. This is the game that I missed. This is the one that we did not see last game, but we are currently seeing right now. Castellan finding Jungle No Mechanics once again. Going to get the knockup onto him. Oh, the steadfast presence. That is why you pick Poppy. Stexy getting another kill to his name, and they might not be done. Might try and dive Rami Baba here as well, who presumes that Poppy is still there and decides to play it safe and just take a recall here. Very smart of him. But Cypress going to finish off this bot side turret and get the first turret award just by a few milliseconds. Was a turret race to try and pick that off. Jazz trying to get some plates for himself. Knockup is going to hit. Oh no, once again, Hot Dog Lover getting caught out by the Poppy. It's like that video off of SpongeBob. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Apparently 4 times is not enough. Team Hot Dog in shambles right now, not knowing what to do about the entire top side of the map. 2-0 for Stexy. 3-0-3 for Castellan. 3-0-2 for Jast. Playing very smart League of Legends, all of them. They are going to pick up a Scuttle Crab, though, so that's always nice. When life's got you down, all you need is a nice Scuttle Crab. In that right. Oksana Unana going to dodge Jungle No Mechanics. Didn't want to take the red buff away from Castellan by using the W too early. But Team Hot Dog, what they do have going for them is that they do have 2 dragons to their name, picking up the second one right now. this Infernal Dragon going to be very, very helpful for them, especially with champions like Yone and Camille, who like trying to blow up their opponents. Hex Gates are active once again. Second game in a row where we do have the Hextech Soul, Hextech Rift. We didn't see either team get the Hextech Soul last game, despite it going to 40 minutes. Castellan and Jast picking up the red buff, going to escape as well, thanks to the Blast Cone right there. Very smart not wanting to take that just yet. Rift Herald is next on the docket for them. Jimmy Coy pushing them away. This would be a very nice pick for them. While there are no more plates up, still helpful to knock down some turrets. Only real outer turret in fear of being taken by the Rift Herald is that mid wave, or the mid one if they do a little bit more damage to it. Rift Dog trying to just farm as much as he can by himself, so he is in the bot lane all by his lonesome. Rami and Stexy duking it out. Both teams, this is the first time in a while we've seen just some peace and quiet. No one wanting to fight just yet, but they do spot Jimmy Coy getting some vision, and this could be his demise. Doesn't know that the Poppy is right there. There's no Blast Cone available. I feel like they could have kept going, but Jungle No Mechanics was there. Maybe if they had gotten the stun, might have been able to kill him there. The displacement throws him closer to the ward. Castellan says, thank you, I'll take that 30 gold. They could look to try and pick off Yone here. Does use the ultimate to get out, however. Jimmy Coy knows that Luxana is chilling around there, but not able to do anything about it. Rift Dog throws up the thumbs up to Rami Baba, who says, hey, how's it going, man? I'm a big Bob Timer fan myself. Rift Herald summoned in bot lane. Might be able to pick off the turret. He's a little bit over a third HP, and Stexy could be in some trouble. Doesn't have the teleport. Going to try. He does have the teleport, but don't think he's going to try and use it. Gwen is immune. Does get knocked up there. And there are there's 4 people down there. Stexy, I don't know where you're going to go, but I do believe it is someplace called the Fountain. Shut down for Rami Baba, who finally gets on the board this game. Much needed gold in his pocket. While all of this was happening, this mid-wave turret, or mid-lane turret, is getting taken. Jungle No Mechanics could get in range if he uses the Q flash, cease and desist onto Castellan, but I don't think he wants to go that ham for the Poppy. It would be a nice shutdown, but I don't know if you have the damage to potentially take him down. Does have a lot of tank items to his name. Could see a potential fight in this top lane. Hawk Dog Lover, once again, the Poppy is his demise, but he wants to take Rift Dog with him on the other side of the map. Stexy is in a bit of trouble under the turret. Almost going to take Jungle No Mechanics. Rami Baba could be in a bit of trouble. Jast is right there, going to clean it up. And Castellan going to pick off Hot Dog Lover for not once, not twice, not third, not fourth, but the 5th time in a row. Cypress in a bit of trouble. The flash might have been too much to Cypress, but Poppy is there once again. The Berserk not going to do anything against stopping that. Poppy, very good champion, would pick again, says Castellan. They're going to take this mid turret as well. Jimmy Coy, I don't know how much you are going to be able to stop Poppy and Rakan. If you stay too long, they might just use the grand entrance on you to try and pick you off. Team Rift Dog with 4,000 gold lead this game. They are down 2 turrets, or sorry, not 2 turrets, 2 dragons. They are up 1 turret, and I believe they're going to try and posture to keep Team Hot Dog from getting this soul point, which would be very bad considering it is the Hextech Drake, and they have a lot of ways of using that effectively in a team fight. Are taking top side pressure though. Team Rift Dog might have to send Jast up there, who's currently clearing his grump. Very good on him. Topside jungle is just full of members of Team Hot Dog. Jast going to get hit by the knock up there. Command Shockwave is going to hit, but Rami Baba misses the dash onto the turret. The flash not going to help you out too much, Mr. Jast, but Hextech Drake is going to be picked up. So a trade of turret for dragon going to be made, but it does look like Team Hot Dog are posturing onto the Baron. I don't know if Team Rift Dog know that this is happening. Are some on the way pings. They no wards, no blue wards for them to be able to see, no wards to be able to teleport to. And that is going to be it. Team Hot Dog going to sneak a Baron off the end of that play, and that is going to be very beneficial for them. Close the gold gap to about 1.5k. Could be very good if they are able to knock down this mid and top turret off of it. But who do you send to get these turrets? I know you send Rami Baba to one of them. You can't send Hot Dog Lover. Does not do enough damage to really get anything done. And oh no, right as it goes down, Jonah Mechanics gets hit by the Steadfast Presence. Is that the name of Poppy's W? Is it Steadfast Presence? I'm going to look it up. I believe it's Steadfast Presence, but now the more I think of it, that might be the name of a Shen ability. Yeah, click on Poppy for me, Henry. Oh, yeah, it is Steadfast Presence. Oh, I'm a genius. I'm the genius. I'm so good at my job. But anyways, you know who's even better at their job? Team Hot Dog taking down this mid wave, as well as the mid lane turret. I believe it's another turret on the top side. Sexy could be in a bit of trouble. Rami Baba posturing to try and kill him. That's 3 turrets in a matter of 15 seconds for Team Hot Dog. The gold has swung in their favor. Jonah Mechanics could be in a bit of trouble. Rami Baba trying to pick off Luxana Udana as well. This Baron definitely helping out Team Hot Dog. Jast is in a bit of trouble. Doesn't have anything to save him just yet. No flash. But a Jubilee with that Ignite is not actually going to finish off Jast. Rift Dog using his Q to try and damage Hot Dog Lover right there. So low. Doesn't have any way of dashing out, though. Exhaust is going to be popped. The E is going to be used. But, homie, you go back right to where you used it. And if he actually gets out here, that'll be so insane. The flash auto going to be used for Castella. Not wanting to use that flash there. But Hot Dog Lover once again dies to the hands of this Poppy. Jast gets up and immediately gets deceased and desisted by this Vi. Sipper's trying to finish him off. Doesn't pull the spears out in time. A double kill for Stexy. Jimmy Koi trying to run out. The auto attack from Poppy doesn't finish it. Luxana Unana trying to hit the E onto it. Dashes back to Castellan for whatever reason. I believe Castellan is going to be able to finish it off, though. Yep, the buckler auto attack gonna make him dominating. 6-0 and 4 on this Poppy. I believe this is a pretty solid pick. Working out very well for the team. Team Rift Dog wanting to take as much of the jungle of Team Hot Dog as they can before this dragon spawns. Rift Dog could be in a bit of trouble. It does dodge the, oh my, doesn't dodge that, however. Rami Baba going to get knocked away. Oh, never mind, misses it. Luxana Unana could be in a bit of trouble. Does not have enough mana. Immediately uses both E's. Teleport going to be used by Stexy. The thumbs up Teemo going to be thrown up as well. A good kill from Rami Baba for him. He did not enjoy the laning phase too well, but has had a great mid game so far. Has the lovely scoreline of 4-2-0. You all know what that means. Very, very fun. Uh-oh. Luxana Unana not having fun this time around, though. Does pop the quickness, trying to get something done, but just gonna die. Dragon spawns in about 50 seconds, and you want everyone alive. Especially if this means soul point for Team Hot Dog. This Hextech Dragon, Hextech Soul could be very, very beneficial for them. Castellan knocking down the blue buff, but on the other side, Cypress sadly taking his red buff away from him. This game's very, very close, and by very close, I mean the gold is dead even. Despite there being a disparity of 9 kills in favor of Team Rift Dog, that Baron helped so much. 6 turrets to 2 in favor of Team Hot Dog. That bot tier 1 still standing tall. The bot lane just playing very well. Cypress, we know why the Kalista has been banned in most of these series. He's playing it very, very well. Has 3 items for himself. Sexy trying to finish off this turret before the teleport finishes. Not going to do it, though. Is a 2v1. About to be a 2v2 with Jazz TPing in. Can Sexy survive long enough? He's actually turning the fight. Going to force both Rami Baba and Jungle No Mechanics to back off. The Flash Yone ultimate is going to miss. The Berserk is not going to hit anything. Does actually hit the Poppy there. 3v3. Luxana Unana trying to get out. Castellan trying to get out. Luxana Unana using the grand entrance to make a grand exit, but Hot Dog Lover is just going to finish him off. Cavalry has arrived, though. Jast and the gang are here. Stexy going on a killing spree. Jimmy Coy got nowhere to go. Cypress, the lone member in this mid lane, is going to fall. Double kill going to Jazz. The cavalry is here for Team Hot Dog, but too little, too late. 3 kills going over to Team Rift Dog. But during all of those escapades, Team Hot Dog was able to pick up the 3rd dragon for themselves, the Hextech Drake. Now sitting at Soul Point, so they have two Drakes to give to Team Rift Dog if they really, really want to, in favor of other options. One of those other options potentially being this Baron, who Team Rift Dog are actually posturing towards and actually starting. They know that the rest of the team is still in the base. No teleports for Team Hot Dog. This thing is burning more than someone with no tanning oil on a hot summer's day, and that is actually going to be taken. I think Castellan accidentally fat-fingered his flash instead of hitting the smite, because I heard a flash, but yep, I believe that was him. Didn't throw up an emote to signify that he made an oopsie, but don't want to do that and let your enemy know that you made an oopsie. Hot Dog Lover could be in a bit of trouble here. Does have to use the dash out, but goes right back in. The Berserk used a bit early is still going to hit a lot of the members of Team Rift Dog. Luxana Unana, 1 HP, quite literally. 2 kills going over to Team Rift Dog, and they are not done. Australia's battle song is going to be popped from Jimmy Coy, but the tempo now in favor of Team Rift Dog. Those kills and gold in their pockets really showing. Have so much gold in their inventory currently, I believe, so after they are able to make a quick reset here, going to make all the difference for this next team fight. We'll see if Stexy is able to buy a full item, but and before that, Jazz getting run down. Might be able to one-shot Cypress there. Doesn't seem like he's able to do it. There's a lot of people there. Rami Baba hook shots over the wall to get the shutdown onto Jazz. Oriana split pushing against 3. Not exactly what you want to see, but what you do want to see if you are a Team Rift Dog fan is that mid-tier 2 turret going to be going down. Jungle No Mechanics trying to get his first kill of the game. Going to dash in there onto Luxana. Still has the cease and desist. Going to decide to pop it right here. Hook shot Rami Baba over the well. Will they give it to Jungle No Mechanics? They will. Gets his first kill. And that is 2 Baron buffs already gone for Team Rift Dog. Haven't done anything with it except that mid-tier 2. But they might lose their inhibitor off the back end of it. I don't really see any way that you can defend this turret here. The bot inhibitor turret is going to be taken as well. Yone diving in there. Hot Dog Lover trying to get revenge on the Castellan for all those deaths that he has caused. Cypress going to be autoing this inhibitor to Kingdom Come. That is 2 inhibs gone in favor of Team Hot Dog. That's going to be a lot of passive pressure, especially with this next dragon spawning in 1 minute. If Team Hot Dog are able to secure it, that will mean the Hextech Soul. That will mean so much more damage in these team fights. That Berserk will do so much. The Yone will be doing so much. Kalista will be an absolute gamer. Baron-empowered minions being pushed up the mid wave. As I'm being joined by a surprise guest star. It is the one, the only. I'll let him introduce himself.
Hi.
It is the Ryan McChad, president of the Esports Club. Joined me for a lovely game we've got going so far. Both of these games have been absolute bangers, Ryan. I know you've been watching it, right?
I've been watching it intensely. That Jast outplay in the mid lane was so beautiful.
Yes, that is a very, very memorable one. But what will be even more memorable is this Hextech Soul fight. Team Hot Dog up 3 Drakes to 1. Going to try and do something here, but the quickness is going to be used onto Jungle No Mechanics, and Jungler going down. Going to go golden for a little bit to buy him some time. It's actually going to be Hot Dog Lover and the Berserk going to be doing so much, and Jungle No Mechanics not actually falling. Stexy going to be using the teleport back into the base with Rami Baba, who, I'm sorry, that was Jast using the teleport because Rami was taking the Nexus turrets. Castellan going in there, a huge knockup onto them all. Stexy on a rampage. So much. Sipper's trying to get something done to shut down onto Castellan, though. The bailout trying to be used to give Yone another chance, but Bob Timer 3 so low, and now the cavalry has arrived. Jast is here. It is a 2v2. Bob Timer 3 trying to get the kill onto Rami Baba, trying to do some more damage. The command shockwave is going to be used. Rami is so low, going to be going down here soon. No, actually picks off the kill onto Jast. Rami Baba staying alive, just barely not popping his Guardian Angel, and they are pinging this Hextech Dragon. But Rami, my friend, you get hit by that Drake, you're dead.
Beautiful fight, cascading from the fact that Jungle No Mechanics did not fall previously, which meant that he was still able to cease and desist Castellan for just long enough for about 75% of that HP to get sent away right before Hot Dog Lover's Yone could clean up the kill.
Yeah, Hot Dog Lover's Yone, may I remind everyone, was 1-8 before that fight, and is now sitting at a nice 4-8. So not a beautiful KDA, but still a big morale booster for him. Gold is almost dead even. Only about 1,000 gold separates these teams. 9 kill difference, but big Drake diff in favor of Team Hot Dog.
Yeah, massive Drake diff, and especially with that soul, this puts the favor heavily into the side of Team Hot Dog. Lots of gold coming from that soul, lots of slows, lots of damage with that static shiv effect coming out about every 1.5 seconds, just constantly slowing down Team Rift Dog for the rest of this game.
Static shiv, may it rest in peace. Such a great item. Riot had to go and kill it. I miss it. That and Frozen Mallet, I missed that one as well. Frozen Mallet was so good, but Cypress doesn't care about either of those items because he's got enough attack speed to destroy that turret. Castellan gonna get knocked up there, but not gonna fall just yet. Some jungle dominance for this top side of the jungle for Team Hot Dog now, though.
Yeah, there's just so much pressure being added because of those 2 bot side inhibitors being down that Team Hot Dog can just rush the Baron with little to no pressure coming back at them. There's nothing that Rift Dog's team can do because they can't push through that mid wave, they can't push through that bot wave, so they have no entrance because their jungle is just entirely choked out. All they can hope to do is just rush down this mid lane and try to force something at this point.
Yeah, and they are going to lose their top turret if they are not careful. Stexy taking the recall, but I don't think it is going to make that much of a difference. Rami might try and stop the recalls, but this will be all 3 inhibitors down, Ryan, and that means 2 super minions per wave. Hot Dog Lover having to pop the ultimate to stay alive right there, but 2 super minions per wave. Excuse me, actually, the mid and bot wave inhibitors are respawning soon, or just respawned, actually. So have to pick those off before you want any more, but that top wave does have 2 super minions in it.
They will still have that extra top pressure, adding that 6th man onto their team, which means that they can kind of just split either 2-3 or 1-4 as we bring it into a fight.
Yeah, Rami in trouble, does get knocked up right there, but a huge berserk onto 3 from Jimmy Koi. Rami is dominating on Luxana Unana, but 2 kills in favor of Hot Dog. Team Hot Dog going in. Team Hot Dog wanting to end this game. Jimmy Koi flashing over, not going to be able to do it, but a trade of kills back. Shut down onto Stexy. Bob Timer 3 trying to pop the GA of Rami Baba. The flash over the wall for Jungle Mechanics, not going to hit. Command Shockwave, gonna pick him off though. Double kill in favor of Rift Dog. Oh my, the Zanya's going to be popped for Jazz, and a quadra kill for Bob Timer 3, the ace in favor of Team Rift Dog. Staying in this game, Ryan. Holy moly.
Staying in this game as a result of what's effectively just not being willing to be patient, I think. There might be a bit of a threat on Team Hot Dog to say, all right, we need to end this game now and we need to close it out, but they had the opportunity to just try to suffocate Team Rift Dog, and with that fight going as poorly as it did, that's kind of giving away one of those alternative win conditions that they had of just playing slow and trying to burn out as much of the game as they can. That Sivir's not getting any weaker, so the longer that this goes on, it's just going to be more and more of those ricochets bouncing around, and 4 kills going to the way of Bob Timer 3, that's going to make the next fight just that much harder for Team Hot Dog.
Yeah, and as you say, this Sivir's not getting any weaker. She just picked up a Lord Dominic's regards. So those bouncing blades, the IE, the Kraken Slayer, the Phantom Dancer, she's got a BF sword, and some Berserker Greaves. Need I say more as far as the damage that Sivir is going to be putting out? Team Rift Dog not wanting to take this game lying down. They are wanting to fight. They are wanting to take this game back. Cypress pushing this mid wave, though, not knowing how many threats there are around him.
Perhaps not caring either. We see that the Guardian Angels are coming out for the side of Team Hot Dog. Rami Baba has sold his. It was popped in that last fight, so no longer needed, but we do have it on Cypress and Jungle No Mechanics, which is especially good on Jungle No Mechanics Vi because his main option is looking to cease and desist that Sivir and shut her down, lock her down for as long as he can. So if he's able to jump into the middle of the backline and die with no repercussion, that's fine for him.
Yeah, definitely trying to get back there and cause as much chaos as possible with Jimmy Coy using these Berserks as well. They have been very, very good in the past few team fights. Hit a great one in the last one, causing 3 of the members of Team Rift Dog to go berserk, as one might say. But Stexy trying to clear this wave that Rami Baba has been shoving on the top side. Still has those super minions going. Elder Dragon does spawn in about 35 seconds, though. Hot Dog Lover getting very low. The Immortal Shield Bell is popped, and oh my goodness! Bob Timer 3 going to hit him up there, but it does look like Jungle No Mechanics trying to go in there. The bailout is going to be used, but you are not going to be bailed out of anything except a trip back to the fountain, my friend. Bob Timer 3 is unstoppable, but it could look like Stexy is under a bit of threat himself. Rami trying to get the kill, but oh my goodness, those needles just causing so much slowing.
Hot Dog Lover in the wrong place, wrong time. Jungle No Mechanics feeling pressured to try to follow up on it and try to salvage something, but this is just going to turn into a free Baron from Team Rift Dog. We see that Rami Baba not even going to try. Cypress heading up to the top with his support Jimmy Coy. This is just going to be a give away the Elder and pray for the next 2 minutes option.
Yeah, and what's even worse for Team Hot Dog is this Baron spawns in a minute. This Elder Soul, or this Elder buff will still be on Team Rift Dog towards the start of it. I believe it's a 60-second buff, so it will be hopping off right as the Baron spawns. But if you can get 1 or 2 picks before the Baron spawns, then you will be more than set and might be able to push this game down. Because, I mean, the only outer turret remaining for Team Hot Dog is the bot tier 2, so you could just shove down mid-wave, which is what Bob Timer 3 seems to be doing. Team Hot Dog all posturing towards the bot on the wave pings onto Jast. They see he's going right there, and Rami gonna hit it right there. Jast is in a little bit of trouble. Shut down, Hot Dog Lover.
Rami with a sneaky little play there. It looked like he clicked on the Rift Gate to make it look like he was going to teleport, but then Eve flashed and forced Jast back to the fountain. That's might be enough momentum because that teamfight ult plus the Elder Dragon execute is such a massive impact in those long extended Baron fights that are coming up. So there is the opportunity now for some kind of play by Jimmy Coy to do a flash hostile takeover and try to turn this Baron fight.
Yeah, if it will even matter. This Baron is being shredded, and Team Hot Dog, I don't even know if they thought that they were killing it that fast, but you have a Sivir with a lot of items under her belt, so does have full build for her. Finished that Bloodthirster as well. Very smart item, trying to provide some extra shielding and lifesteal to be able to stay alive. Elixirs are coming online for everyone, though. So getting towards that end game. I believe this game is surpassing the time of the last game. Last game finished at, I believe, 40-11, or about 40-20 now. So buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a game on our hands.
Got a little bit of a banger on our hands. We see that Team Hot Dog is actually doing something really interesting here. They're trading the ways that they're attacking and cycling through their players so that they're chaining the soul buff to slow the minions over and over instead of stacking them on top of each other, which is slowing down the way that the mid wave is pushing in. Because of that, they're buying themselves that little bit of extra time, that extra damage to get pushed on the wave and chip it down against those extra Baron resistances. That soul might be that little bit of difference that can make this game go longer as the fight breaks out.
But there is a bigger fight going on right here. And a shutdown on the Bob Timer 3. That could be the nail in the coffin. Rami Baba slaying Jas on the back end of it. Castellan trying to use that steadfast presence to keep his team alive. But the only one alive is himself. Team Hot Dog running down this mid wave. They are going to end this game. Death timers are too far. There are no inhibitor turrets for Team Rift Dog. Inhibitor number 1 is going to be taken, and it might not be, it'll be very, very close. The minions are running in right now. If Castellan is somehow able to destroy this wave, has the Baron buff for, I believe, 5 more seconds.
Castellan has ult.
Does hit Jungle No Mechanics out. That is not the one you wanted to hit, though. Wanted to hit Cypress. If you were to hit anyone, turret number 1 gonna fall. Use the steadfast presence to block him right there. Rami trying to get the dash in as well, but they are just going to focus him and then focus the Nexus. Team Rift Dog going to fall to Team Hot Dog in game 2.
Yeah, that game comes down to that very ending with Jimmy Coy and Hot Dog Lover stacking the team fight ults. Jungle No Mechanics being able to get that cease and desist on to Rift Dog Sivir, just as I was talking about, and that's all the difference that you need. That big shutdown on the Sivir, there goes so much damage. The Ws aren't able to bounce around, the Qs aren't able to fly through the entire enemy team, and because of that, the damage on the team is gone. You're basically relying on Jas's Orianna ult, and that just wasn't enough at the end of the fight. Castellan, he had that last chance near the end, but something that might have hindered him a bit was that he hit Jungle No Mechanics, as you're saying, didn't get maybe multiple people or a lot of the wave to get sent back even might have been enough for him, but all comes down to one fight at the end of the day, and it only ends when the Nexus falls.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, Team Rift Dog was the one who initiated that fight at the very end, and immediately Jungle No Mechanics popped the cease and desist onto Rift Dog, and then there were, I believe, a big layer of abilities. Hot Dog Lover used his ultimate. Rami Bob, I believe, hook shotted in to try and pick him off, and literally, I'm sure the comms at that very end were, kill the Sivir, kill the Sivir, kill the Sivir, and then once she was down, it was just all downhill for Team Rift Dog. But this series is now 1-1. So we were going to go to a game 3 anyways, but I like to call it a series because it makes it a lot more competitive. But we will be going to a we have 2 gifted subs. What's the name again? Laughin' Airlines. Thank you for that. That will be used to I don't know what we'll use that money for. We'll find out later.
Our oil prince has returned. Shout out to Brady for only gifting subs when I am not in the chat. But thank you for everyone who supports our streams, obviously. It helps us out. It helps the club. It helps the streams. Any little bit helps. Watching, recommending it to a friend, putting it on your mom's computer when she's not paying attention.
Any sub goes to help feed me and Camo Henry. They don't feed us if we don't get subs. We're put back in the basement if we don't do enough goodies. But we are going to head into a short break before we hop into lobby for Game 3. Don't look away from that browser. UNC Esports will be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 3 of Day 3 of the UNC Esports League of Legends Varsity and Junior Varsity Tryouts. I'm Podsum, joined by the great Ryan McDad. We have an exciting game for you today. For the last one, we have some roster changes going around, as you can see by Champ Select, as Champ Select is now frozen for whatever reason. Oh, never mind. It was just being framey. But the updates to the teams are going to be Laser Lord is now in the top lane instead of Rami Baba. And Rami Baba has switched teams and taken Rift Dog or Bob Timer 3's position in the ADC role. Jimmy Coy has switched sides with Luxana, and then Luxana has subbed out for Sizzle. Got all that? Good, because I'm not repeating it. You guys can just look at the teams and see who is where. But, Ryan, run me through these picks and bans, man.
Running through the picks and bans, we see very targeted bans from both teams. Samira and Akshan are targeted at Jast. He is a well-known ADC mid lane 2-trick. And as much as we make fun of him, he still can play everything else, so it won't matter that much. But they're just trying to make it so their game is playable, because playing against Jast Samira mid is suffocating. On the other side, we see that Udyr and Hecarim are banned. Those are obviously both targeted at jungle, no mechanics. As well as being comfort picks for him, they're also just strong picks in the meta right now. That Udyr rework came through, and it gave him a lot of extra power and a lot of different options, as well as the Hecarim changes coming through, making him a little bit of an unkillable fighter, just in time for Worlds. Every year, Riot Games, time for the Worlds Hecarim buffs.
It's just make him meta again. What's the worst that could happen? But jungle no mechanics gonna be opting for the Graves this time around, as we see a Talia pick for, I believe, the first time in, actually I believe it was played yesterday, but the second time in Tryout so far. We don't know where that could go. It could go mid, could go jungle, could see it support if Jimmy Coy's feeling spicy. But the Yasuo, I believe, was the last ban that we see, and that was played in Game 1 of the Tryouts, obviously thinking that Hot Dog Lover that is worthy enough of a ban, but Castellan going to lock in the Jhin for Rami Baba.
Yeah, a little bit of a flex there with the Talia pick. I would be more willing to say that it's going to go towards Jast. I think that that's another one of those comfort picks that he sits on in his champion ocean. But we do see Jhin being picked for Rami Baba. When we're talking about comfort picks, we know that Rami loves the Jhin. Every time a new skin gets announced, he gives it a good old analysis. And we see standard Sivir pick for Cypress. Cypress is willing to let Rami know what the meta is.
Yeah, I was about to say, so I was very surprised that even though Rami is comfortable on the Jhin, Sivir is a very easy champion to play, so I'm surprised he didn't lock in for that one. The Zed was being hovered. I'm very disappointed that it is not being locked in, but Renata Glask going to be picked once again. Was played last game, played again right now. Sizzle, I believe a few times during these tryouts has played Renata Glask. Luxana has been the main other threat for Renata, but Caitlyn being hovered.
Caitlyn being hovered, surely not going to be picked with the Jhin already on the team, but it will be interesting to see how Jimmy Coy is willing to go after that Renata Glask after he already played it in the previous game. We saw lots of good hostile takeovers, lots of control of especially that mid lane fight right at the end coming through, making everyone go berserk. It'll be interesting to see what he chooses to counterpick into it, but I am interested, or I'm surprised, I should say, that there wasn't just an immediate counterpick after that. This kind of gives the blue side an opportunity to ban out some of those supports that are good into Renata. So maybe a little bit of an interesting decision there, but maybe just a choice to make sure that Jast gets his Akali.
Yeah, I was about to say, we saw how well that worked for Jast in Game 1, so wanted to pick it up before the second wave of bans could go through. Darius ban going to be targeted against Stexy with a Vex ban on the other side being put towards Hot Dog Lover. You were talking about Jimmy Coy picking a champion that could counter this Renata. We have seen a lot of Soraka, so I would not be surprised if that is either picked or banned this time around with this second pick. Syndra going to be the last ban for Team Romdog. It is no longer Team Rift Dog. That is a update for you all back home. But Laser Lord with the last ban What will he ban? Let's see.
It's always fun to see that Darius ban coming out in UNC tryouts. Just the other day, friend of the broadcast, Sammy Dare, friend of the club, telling us how interesting it is that all UNC top laners go through a Darius phase. Well renowned for his Darius phase. And his
Darius phase, homie, he's still in it. Like he still plays that champion to perfection. But Karma going to be the last ban for the side of Team Hot Dog. I honestly thinking that Jimmy Coy is going to pick it, but the Ashe is locked in. The Ashe support for Jimmy Coy.
Ashe support has a lot of value in that it's able to poke out that Sivir shield and also slow down the team's accelerated advance through the Sivir ultimate, which means that I'm assuming that'll go to Jimmy Coy, seeing as we already do have the Rami Jin, which should
Jin
be
support.
the ADC.
Jin support.
But,
new meta.
We'll see how this Jin Ashe is able to pretty easily poke out Sivir, especially with a little bit weaker of an early laning phase now that she can't get that mana back. Her Qs aren't doing as much damage. The W isn't doing as much damage until the later game. So Jin and Ashe should, on paper, be able to poke down this Sivir Renata lane. But we also see the Shen being picked, which means that at level 6, this is going to become an explosive cross-map game, further being developed by that Ziggs pick. A little bit more explosion of big ultimate that can come down to the bot lane right with level 6.
I'm very interested in that pick. I thought that was just a meme hover out of Sizzle there, but going to be locked in for Hot Dog Lover. But the Twitch counter pick could be there. Could be Twitch mid, but Set is going to be hovered and I believe locked in. Yep, going to be locked in for Stexy. So Jest is going to be playing the Akali. That's not going to be sent top lane for Stexy. And these team comps, Ryan, very explosive. No pun intended for the Ziggs.
Yeah, lots of spice coming out. I think that Ziggs is a good pick because it allows you to help out your side lanes. Shen also allowing you to jump down to that middle or more typically bot lane. Graves being able to just run around the map and do as he pleases in power farms. He's going to also be able to join into that level 6 fight. So around that 8-minute mark is going to be where this game truly pops off, especially for the blue side, because that's where their champs are truly coming online. Early, we're looking for Akali to try to get a quick solo kill onto that Ziggs. However, Ziggs will have all that range to poke out. We're expecting Set to be trying to play mind games with Shen. He's going to be trying to put on that early game pressure, put in those haymaker punches that are going to be slowing down that advance to level 6 and make it so that when he does have that teleport, which is inevitable, he's going to have as little bonus HP as possible through items that makes that shield bigger.
Yeah, and even on top of that, once he does get a lot of health, it will only make Stexy's eyes even bigger, ulting him into the rest of Team Hot Dog with the bonus. With the more max health someone has, the more damage that Showstopper ultimate does do. But something that is also interesting about Hot Dog Lover's Ziggs is that satchel charge, being able to destroy those turrets a lot quicker. So we will. It'll be interesting to see if he does put an extra point or two into W before finishing the other abilities, just for the sole fact of trying to demolish those and trying to get his team some extra land advantage all across the map. But we will have to see what exactly the outcome of this game will be. Don't go anywhere. UNC Esports will be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Summoner's Rift for the final game of the UNC Varsity and Junior Varsity League of Legends tryouts. Got a great game on the docket for you all. Great composition, great amount of players, and we got some exciting stuff going on. Ryan, run me through what you think is going to happen this game, what lanes we should be focusing on, and where the excitement's going to be.
We're focusing on a lot of early game domination for Romdog. Romdog really wants to be aggressive in the quick game. They want to be going fast. They want to be accelerating the game to match their pace. Hot Dog is very okay with the game going slower. They're okay with letting Ziggs and Sivir scale. They're okay with waiting for the moment where Renata just gets that massive ult, or Shen comes in clutch with a ult to save a Sivir in a big team fight. Hot Dog is okay with taking things slow and trying to slow things down. So there is a little bit there where the Graves, who's going to be trying to do his own thing, is allowed to just play his own game, and he's allowed to be played as the carry for the game, as opposed to other team comps where you have a Jarvan, and your Jarvan's really enabling the carries of your team. This game, we have the lanes more so enabling the junglers, so we do have that strong side jungler mentality a little bit from Team Hot Dog, whereas Romdog is looking to just strong side whatever they can to get that early game aggression and try to snowball that into a victory.
And to even show how much they are wanting in order this game to go slow, Hot Dog Lover started the tier, Cypress started the call. They are not starting the normal Doran's items in order to get some extra health or ability power or mana. They are starting these scaling items that do not really do too much in lane just yet, but will provide dividends whenever they are close to completion. Laser Lord getting a lot of damage onto Stexy, though, without taking much himself.
The early E's coming out, 2 stuns already for Stexy, but because of that big minion wave that he's fighting in, it just looks like it became an unfortunate trade for Stexy. He'll be fine. He'll get that set passive to regen him back up, especially the lower he goes, the higher the regen comes, so it'll be okay, but not exactly the disadvantage that you want in the early game.
Yeah, and Laser Lord will have the benefit of the Shen W in order to block a lot of those set auto attacks if he is able to time it correctly. So if he does get pulled in and manages to hit his W before that, might be able to block a lot of that. But lane being pushed in, Team Romdog trying to make Cypress and Sizzle lose as much XP and farm as they can. We might see a dive. Castellan is already down here, does have the Dark Harvest ready and available. The Jin W is going to hit, and first blood going to go over to Rami Baba, but Cypress does get the return kill thanks to the other teammate that they forgot to account for, the turret. Rami Baba going to hit him once more. That's one turret shot. Second is not going to go through. Had flash if he did feel like it was going to happen, but 2 kills to 1 in favor of Team Romdog.
Rami Baba teaching the enemy team to count to 4 with 2 fourth shots, securing 2 kills in the bot lane. A little bit of a misplay from the side of Castellan, staying under the tower for too long, getting that turret shot on him, and then trying to flash away, maybe hoping for that extra bit of regen, but to no avail. 2-1 for the side of Romdog, but we can see that bot lane pressure is already there. Jimmy Koi's spread shot ability is able to set up for Rami Baba's W's very well. It's allowed to put in a slow, get the snare, and then it even set up for Castellan to set up his E, that extra long path of stones now. It just gives all the setup that Team Romdog could need to go ahead and get those early kills.
Yeah, and Cypress got another sort of safer item for lane, the refillable potion. Didn't opt for the just buying health bots, but knows he is going to be using those quite often and quite frequently. So getting those, preparing for the long haul, wanting to take this slow. Might see if Rami and the gang will try and pressure this more, as we see they are currently doing that. Going to dodge the deadly flourish, though. Rami taking a lot of damage. Cypress using the spell shield. Not going to block anything, though. Having to flash out. Ignite does go down. Jimmy Koi having to run away. Doesn't have the heal available, but Jungle No Mechanics is here and is spotted out by the Hawk shot. Rami Baba trying to finish off some kills before he dies himself. Smokescreen going to go wild. Jungle Mechanics going to be able to finish off Jimmy Koi, and Rami is trying to flash to get the kill onto Cypress. One more auto will do it, but doesn't get it off. Shut down. Going over to Jungle No Mechanics.
Rami Baba really showing off how confident he is on the Jhin, how well he knows the bounds of this champion, but just not able to get that last auto attack out with how slow Jin's auto as Jast is trading in the mid lane. Looks like he's a bit losing that trade towards Hot Dog Lover. Emotes coming out from the NCSU players, filling in for the tryouts, giving us a little bit of extra help in terms of filling the rosters so that we can get competitive games for the night.
Yeah, Hot Dog Lever running low on mana, so I don't know how much more of the pokage he will be able to do before having to take a recall. But that Tear of the God is already over the 100s as far as stacks goes, so he is very quickly stacking up that item to give him a lot of bonus mana. So whenever he does recall, which he's actually doing right now, we'll be able to come back with probably a lost chapter if he has enough gold for it. Should have enough. Has the amplifying tome. Nope. Very close, and does opt for boots instead, though. With Jast should be finishing this wave and then recalling himself, but the teleport actually used by Hot Dog Lover, maybe trying to force Jast to use his in response.
This means that both teleports are expended on that bot side as Jimmy Coy stepping forward again, so willing to take fights.
Yeah, Jimmy Coy not knowing where Sizzle was and obviously paying for it, but the bailout is going to be used, not able to kill Rami Baba, though, in order to get the revive. So a one-for-one trade, no one having any type of favor, but the ADC is alive for Team Ramdog with Jungle No Mechanics on the way. Might try and give him the reach around here.
I have to wonder if that's a bit of awareness from Rami. As Jungle No Mechanics is coming down, Rami's going to look to try to trade the kills under tower.
Oh, the smoke screen does go out and denies Rami from continuing to auto Sizzle. Can't exactly auto someone that you cannot see. So 3, 2, and 0 for Rami Baba. I mean, it's just a quicker way to get back to the fountain, Ryan.
Quicker reset as we come back up to Stexy123 in the top lane, who is just living on that set health regen. We see that he still has his teleport. He's up in CS. So even though he only has that longsword refillable, he is vibing in that top lane because he's just able to stay there. It's given him an XP lead, a gold lead. The only thing he doesn't have at this point is an item lead.
Yes, and he is going up against a very defensive champion. Shen can do a lot of damage, but Laser Lord is not playing the aggressive variety. He does have the Ruby Crystal and Cloth Armor to his name, so doesn't have any damage under his belt just yet, but will definitely get some whenever he finishes either the Sunfire or Iceborne, whichever one he decides to go. I can imagine it will be Sunfire, just considering he is up against the Set, who likes those extended fights.
Set takes the back and TP's back, which means that I'd love to see the bot side try to force something that the Laser Lord can teleport down to, try to get a little bit of cross-map coverage. We already see Jungle No Mechanics lurking on the bot side. The only problem here is that the Laser Lord is playing Shen, who doesn't have the best opportunity to push out lanes, especially against a Set, so the pressure will be on, but if he can get that opportunity to teleport to the bot lane and make it a 4v2 fight, this could go well for the side of Team Hot Dog, even if the Laser Lord misses some CS and XP.
Talia Wall does go down. Jimmy Coy could be in a little bit of trouble, though. Castellan did not know that there was a Graves hiding in that brush. Having used the flash out, though, the end of the line is used to pick off Castellan right there. The curtain call is going to be used. Second shot going to miss. Third shot going to miss. Directed cam, not wanting us to see where those shots go, but no one does die right there. So a good trade of kills, but the showstopper being used onto Laser Lord, who's just gonna dash out of it. He don't even care.
Casually taunt out. It's not much of a problem for him. This comes in part from the early game power that Jungle No Mechanics has opted to for buying the Umbral Glaive. This item offers so much denial of vision. It offers an early game spike with it being one of the cheapest items in the game. It offered him the opportunity to get into those bushes, know that they weren't warded, and clear out the wards if they were warded, which it turns out that they weren't. And he was allowed to just sit there and wait for some unfortunate soul to face check a full item Graves.
Yeah, the Castellan Weaver wall is not exactly the play that they were seeing with the Graves, but it does look like the play they're trying to go for is this topside dive. Akali ult is going to be used to pick off Laser Lord. Turret should finish it. Jungle No Mechanics on a unstoppable spree, 5-0-0 for him. But all the while, Hot Dog Lover has been pushing this mid wave and getting some plates. So yeah, you traded some kills, but now your laner is getting some gold and uses the ultimate to push the wave even more.
We see the unsung six-man. Actually, Root coming out. Rami Baba fighting again on the bot side.
Yeah, Sizzle getting a little bit too big for his britches. Rama using the Gale Force to get in range. Cypress with the 2v1. Health bars are incredibly low. Has Flash. Doesn't have the ultimate just yet, though. Could try and go for something. Ash did just hit level 6. Jimmy Coy knows he doesn't have the spell shield. He just used it, but Team Ramdog going to back off. A good kill for the bot lane.
Back away. Avoid that Cypress ultimate that's coming out soon. Don't want to fight that battle cry, even if it's a 2v1, especially with how low HP Ramdog was. But I was about to say, the unsung hero of Team Hot Dog right now is those turret shots that are coming through. We've seen 2 dives that have both resulted in at least 1 kill going away, and both times it's burned to Flash. They've flashed away, and it's still... Turret shot still tracks through Flash, unfortunately, so a little bit of extra damage, securing 2 kills for the side of Team Hot Dog.
Yeah, and believe it or not, the more turret shots you take, the more damage they do. So if you only take 1, not that bad. Ooh, arrow is going to go wide. Sizzle just uses the displacement there to throw him back, but Laser Lord getting pulled back in there with the face breaker. Still destroys that ward. Juggernaut Mechanics going to pick up the Herald while Team Ramdog are opting for the Ocean Dragon themselves. So turret plating is still online for a little bit under 3 minutes. Have to see where Juggernaut Mechanics does decide to put that. Can't imagine it will be mid lane, so Hot Dog Lover can use his satchel charge to destroy the turret. He's just having fun throwing some snowballs around, though.
I'd like to see Jungle No Mechanics send that Rift Herald into the bot lane. There's been so much focus on the bot lane this game, with Rami Baba just perma-aggressive.
Cypress in a little bit of trouble. The curtain call does go out. Sizzle uses the ultimate. Going to make Rami Baba stop that ultimate. Doesn't want him to use that curtain call any longer. I think he could have survived all 4 shots, but obviously don't want to take a chance on that, especially with Castellan roaming down. Hawkshot going to be used to spot out Jungle No Mechanics. Sizzle could try and make a play right here. Ultimate is popped. Jimmy Coy slowed down a little bit. Is a 3v3. Deadly Flourish going to go wide. Pops the smoke screen. Looks like both sides wanting to engage, but not wanting to be the one to pull the trigger.
This fight's going to come down on if Stexy is able to hold the Laser Lord and prevent that Shen ult. If the 4th man comes down, this fight could go disastrous for Team Ramdog. But it looks like they might just back away and opt to avoid the fight for now.
If Castellan is able to hit the seismic shove onto Jungle No Mechanics, could have been his demise, but the range on it is not that long. He does dive in there, though. The smoke screen does go out. Dodges the seismic shove. End of the line. Does not kill. Jimmy Coy there survives with a little bit under 150 HP. Going to be so low, but a good try and good effort out of Jungle No Mechanics.
Just barely, not enough to kill.
Oh!
Reaction time from Hot Dog Lover. Able to recognize that Ash ult is coming for him and get out of the way just in time.
Yeah, I don't think any of us even we can see everything, and we didn't even expect that. But Hot Dog Lover, yeah, using the fast reaction times, he was 100% dead if he gets hit by that. Jazz just bursts him down. Just nothing. He does have the Hextech alternator, has the blasting on. Oh my goodness! Sizzle flashing in onto Rami Baba, having to use a flash and the Gale Force and the cleanse. But what are you gonna do when there's a Graves knocking at your door? Jungle No Mechanics dominating, sending Rami Baba back to the fountain.
Graves autos are enough to secure that kill, as Stexy is taking yet another trade on the top side over and over again, and there's the Herald onto the bot side. It looks like it's just barely not going to get plates, which is really unfortunate for the side of Hot Dog.
Getting very low, and oh my goodness, he says, nope, I'm actually going to be the one to get a kill off of that. Cypress pops the ultimate, I guess just to help him and his team get out of there. Jimmy Coy obviously was a little bit scary for whatever reason. Working towards that Imperial Mandate, just going to stop all of the recalls for Team Hot Dog. Throwing the hawk shot down, spots them all out.
Jimmy Coy putting out just enough pressure to stop all those ults. We see that Jungle No Mechanics has the collateral damage coming back online just now, which means that there could be another opportunity if he comes back into his jungle and heals up a bit. But right now, a 7-0 performance with the Hexdrinker coming through, already on cooldown, but it'll be back before you know it. And that means that Jungle No Mechanics has that much more survivability against Justin Castellan's AP damage.
Jungle No Mechanics said assists. I've never heard of her. I'm the only one allowed to get kills on my team. Seven, just like you said, 7-0-0. Has a lot of gold in his pocket. Will more than likely be able to finish that Maw whenever he goes back if he decides to. But the taunt onto Stexy, going to take 2 turret shots, make that 3 turret shots. A lot of damage onto him, taking about to a half HP.
Lots of damage, but just enough of it being neutralized by the grit on that set W. Punch coming out, doing enough trade damage in return, so ends out being a fairly even trade for the both of them. As we see Team Romdog getting control of that bot side, Castellan clearing his camps, Rami getting his own.
Uh-oh. Hot Dog Lover in a bit of trouble. Does get hit by the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. The Satchel Charge is not available to get out, but the Shen ult is going to be used to try and keep him alive, but he's going to fall before Shen can join the party. Cypress trying to get the kill onto Jazz. Both flashes are burned. The bailout was used to get a little bit of a speed boost. Sad Gnar thrown up as Jazz gets out just barely.
Shen ult coming through, looking just like Graves. Close but no cigar as he is not able to get into that mid lane. The shield just barely not enough to save him. Save Hot Dog Lumber for long enough for the ult to come through. As a fight breaks out in the bot lane again, constant action down here from Rami Baba.
Curtain call is popped. The bailout is used, but Rami is just going to Chris Kyle sizzle back to the fountain as his 5th kill of the game. Has 5 of Team Romdog's 7 kills.
Rami Baba showing his excellence on the grave. At one point, the best Jhin in all of North America. Showing that performance a little bit today. Coming through, hitting deadly flourishes, hitting curtain calls, doing everything that his bot side really needs him to do for this game.
You know, I heard Rami Baba actually invented Jhin. So that's just how good he is at Jhin. He's actually the one that made him.
He actually has the number 4 painted above his bed.
He actually is a number 4. Like, he's not actually a human. It's just a sentient number 4 walking around. But does he have the Jhin statue? I have the Jhin statue.
I don't know if he has the Jhin statue, but he does have the Jhin mechanics. We've seen beautiful outplays with the Gale Force. We've seen him dashing around, getting that extra bit of Jhin mobility. Lots of 4th shots coming through. And Rami Baba is doing a large part to keep Team Romdog in this game.
Yeah, I will be very surprised if he does not finish the game with most of his team's damage. The only other one who would be close would probably be Castellan, who is just able to do a lot of poke. Jast might be up there, but Jast doesn't have a lot of poke. Just raw killing damage. Smokescreen shot at Rami Baba. Sort of a dominance play right there. Back out of my lane, he says. But that turret is very low, and yep, that is the power of that Ziggs we were talking about. Just not even needing any minions. Just throwing the Satchel Charge at the turret to blow it up.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow goes a little wide in the mid lane, although I'm not sure it would have amounted to much with how heavily sided that fight might have ended up being. So will just be more pressure. Team Romdog will head into that top side and maybe look for this Herald. As Stexy is putting the pressure on the Laser Lord again with a Showstopper.
Flash Showstopper to train him over the wall. Does flash and use the taunt, though. Curtain call goes out. They do not have vision. They have vision of him now, and it is going to be a snipe from the middle of River. Laser Lord can't escape fast enough. Rami Baba uses the Gale Force. Oh my goodness, getting so aggressive. Deadly Flourish is going to go wide. Jazz says, I'm going to hit all of my abilities, though. Jazz finishes him off, but runs right into the loving arms of Jungle No Mechanics. Blastcone used the wrong way. Castellan could have been in trouble if they had continued to chase there. Jimmy Coy very low, but that top turret was destroyed through the chaos of all of that.
Jungle No Mechanics running up. Collateral damage was already used, so not going to see the ultimate, but we do see the Flash Smite.
Oh, he could have kept going. I believe he thought there was more than just them there. Jungle No Mechanics trying to get the 2v2 off. Sizzle not able to do too much, but the Shen is here. The Ziggs is here. The Goon Squad has arrived. Hot Dog Lover going to finish off Stexy, and goodbye, Castellan. A double kill goes over to the Ziggs.
We saw both of those global uses from Team Hot Dog. We saw the Shen ultimate and the Hot Dog Lover TP. Also forced to use the flash there, but all in all, still a heavily favored fight for the side of Team Hot Dog. The Laser Lord still maintains his upgraded teleport, which means that he does still have that enhanced map pressure. So another fight could happen if Team Hot Dog wants to try to force something on the bot side now.
Yeah, Dragon spawns in a little bit under 2 minutes, so we will keep our eyes on that. If Team Ramdog are able to get that Dragon, we could see a Dragon Soul as early as 27 minutes, or 28 minutes, just depending on how quickly they take it. But regardless, it is a very, very quick soul for them, not allowing Team Hot Dog to get a foothold in that. They are posturing around this bot lane already, 4 of them bot side with both top laners chilling top. Laser Lord and Stexy have the unleashed teleports if they decide to join the fight.
Lots of different poking coming out as the curtain call yet again.
Curtain call, a lot of ultimates are being used. Zig's ult is popped, and the collateral damage going to pick off Jimmy Coy. Showstopper is going to hit 2, and a big haymaker going to hit no one, sadly. Stexy getting too big for his britches, takes 1, but falls for it as well. Double kill goes over to Jungle, no mechanics. 2 kills to 1 kill in favor of Team Hot Dog. Nothing more will come of it. Team's going to try and reset, get their health and gold back up.
Laser Lord can opt to play slow here. We have Stand United coming back online soon, so when that Cloud Drake comes up in 40 seconds, he's going to have the opportunity to come from wherever he is on the map.
Yeah, and we already see him rotating more towards the top side. He's walking down mid lane, but can still choose to run top if he decides to. But might want to hold that in case. He might just say, okay, I'm just going to join you guys regularly. I don't need to use my ult. So we can just try and get vision, try and get ward presence in the lane. Rami Baba hitting some good damage onto Jungle No Mechanics, takes him down to a little bit above half HP. Squads are rotating around Dragon. Spawns in about 10 seconds. Will be the biggest fight of the game so far. Jungle Mechanics trying to get some extra damage. Big Ziggs ultimate onto the back line. Sizzle trying to push him back. Jungle Mechanics under half HP. The bailout is used. He is going to fall. If he can get an Elan hitter, might keep him alive. No. Jax going to get the shutdown. Laser Lord in the middle of 4. The Showstopper going to get the slow onto 2. And oh my goodness, Stexy. A great ultimate out of Sizzle to try and quell the fight. But it's not going to be enough. A ace in favor of Team Ramdog.
The show was stopped there. Stexy coming in with a massive ultimate leading into a massive haymaker. We might have seen what I'm not sure if it was a misplay or something else, but the Laser Lord tried to Stand United someone who was already within Renata's bailout. Now those shields did not take down to protect the health bar at all, so it did prevent a little bit of damage coming through, which extended the bailout timer, but it didn't extend the bailout timer in the sense that the shields would have counted as health. So not sure if that was a little bit of a mistake there. Not sure how much that made an impact, but that is one of those massive ults on such a long cooldown that I'm not sure if that play will come back to bite him later.
Yeah, Jungle No Mechanics barely not getting the elim onto, I believe it was Castellan, in order to get the revive off of the bailout. But a good fight for Team Ramdog. I thought he was going to lose that Scuttle Crab there for a second. But 3 Dragons to 0 in favor of Team Ramdog. This next one will be very important, and that's what's so good about the position that Team Ramdog are in. They can give the next Dragon. They can give the next 2 Dragons. They can give the next 3 Dragons if they really, really want to. And just do whatever they want on the map. They can opt for Baron. They can push your turrets. They can do so many other things. Or if they just lose a fight and say, okay, well, we lost this Dragon. It's not that big of a deal. They can do so much. They have so much agency now that they have this 3-0 Drake lead. Just spots out Laser Lord here. I don't know if he has the damage to burn through that Shen health bar, though.
Yeah, we see that Jimmy Coy is getting caught out in the river.
Does have to burn the flash right there. The hostile takeover is going to be used. Not going to hit anyone, though. Laser Lord with the flash taunt onto Castellan, though. So low collateral damage, not going to finish it off, but it does force him out of the fight. Rami Baba doing his darndest to try and get some return damage, but the 5 members of Team Hot Dog owning this topside jungle of Team Ramdog.
For anyone who's keeping count at home, we will just say that Rami Baba, although he is playing the ADC this game, he is not looking for an AD position on the team. He's just filling in, making sure that all the games can stay fair. It's Sunday night. People have places to be, so we've had to do a little bit of filling around tonight, but anyone who's keeping count and building their dream varsity roster at home, do take note that Rami Baba is not competing for the ADC position right now, although he is putting up a stellar performance on the gym.
Yeah, 8-3-6, 211 farm is very, very good for someone who's not wanting to play ADC for varsity or junior varsity. All of these UNC guys have looked really good so far in these past few days of tryouts. We got 2 more days, Monday and Tuesday, but we will not be streaming those as Sizzle gets caught out by the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. The Weaver's Wall just adds insult to injury. Make sure he is going to die. That is going to be a pick for Castellan, and it could be more. They are surrounded on all sides. Showstopper, goodbye, Jungle No Mechanics. You just got RKO'd into oblivion. Shutdown goes over to Stexy, and we could potentially see them opt for the Baron.
Yeah, this should roll into a Baron here. Normally a pick on the support isn't the best thing that you can get in the game, but a pick on a Renata who has that hostile takeover that hasn't been used ends up being massive. It's just a massive ult that takes up an entire lane, and if you're able to eliminate that, then it makes it so much easier to just run face first into the enemy team. And we saw that Stexy was able to get the angle onto Jungle No Mechanics, sending him back into Team Romdog, leading to a quick demise.
Yeah, Jungle No Mechanics had his flash up, but I believe he wanted to hold it, knowing that if he had used it, Stexy was just going to flash as well, and he was going to die anyways. So good on him for holding that, maybe to save it for a play. And Jimmy Coy popped the ultimate right out of base. Will that hit? Oh, it does hit Cypress. Throws up the thumbs up, says, I don't know where that came from or why, but here we are. That's actually very, very funny. His cooldown on that is probably incredibly low.
Long stun and a short cooldown. That'll be back up within 10 seconds, so nothing to worry about there. It'll be there well before Drake. He might even be able to get another cycle in if he uses it right on cooldown, but Jungle No Mechanics is sweeping out whatever rewards he can. We still see that Umbral Glaive getting constant value throughout the game. As the second and third items have come in, we see lots of item completions coming out. We see that both the top laners are on their second and looking for their third.
Sizzle dodging the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, but I don't think it's going to matter. Hostile takeover trying to hit. Does hit Castellan, but Jimmy Coy could be in a little bit of trouble. That is going to be a taunt up onto him, and he's going to die. Goodbye, my friend. Hot Dog Lover gets another kill. The curtain call used, and the last shot hits Cypress. Might push him out of the fight. Doesn't have any minions to heal off of. Going to take a recall. This dragon spawns in 3 seconds, Ryan, and they could easily just burn this down. Jungle No Mechanics might just die here. Does get flashed on and styled on by Rami Baba. Hot Dog Lover goes golden, but he might just die. But the Shen comes as well! And Rami did not expect it, nor did I. The double kill goes over to Rami Baba anyways. Laser Lord is in a bad position. Stexy going to finish him off. No, Jash does instead. Minions are taking the turrets, and this dragon is going to be taken by Team Romdog.
Call it hubris, call it flair, call it what you will, but Rami Baba is in your face, and he is destroying your team. Standing there, forcing Shen ultimates, killing Graves, threatening Ziggs' life, and allowing the rest of his team to do whatever they want, take all the time they need to get into the best position, and just collapse on what remains of the team whenever Rami Baba's gone.
Yeah, that team fight went about as well as you wanted it to if you are a Team Romdog fan. No more Baron buff after a few seconds here. Castellan wearing purple a little bit longer, but it should run out within the next few seconds, but not before Jast finishes off this bot lane inner turret. Should be very good for that map presence for the rest of the team. Sizzle clearing this wave on the top side, or at least trying to. Does get hit by the volley, though, and it could look like Jazz is in a bit of trouble as well. Zigzol is going to be popped. There are 4 people there, my friend, and dodges the shuriken, though, and oh my goodness, Jazz! Just styles on Jungle No Mechanics there, gets the solo bolo in the midst of 4. Sizzle could have just spelled his own demise. No, barely survives off the back end of it. Needs his team to come and help defend this because he cannot fight these two 2v1.
Sizzle barely survives the supportal combat. What I'm looking at here is the fact that Cypress has not yet gotten to that third item completion. That threshold is so massive for ADCs, and we see that Rami's already working on his fourth item as he's going for yet another execution.
Hot Dog Lover is in a lot of trouble. Doesn't have the satchel, I believe. Trying to run back into the base. Curtain Call is going to be used. The first shot's dodged. Second shot is going to hit, and Stexy is going to get some more kills, running them down. Laser Lord gets the Facebreaker back in there, but the W does keep him alive a little bit longer. The taunt, and oh my goodness, going to survive there. The shutdown onto Stexy. Rami Baba taking some turret shots. Jungle No Mechanics almost has the collateral damage. Might be able to kill Rami Baba here. Does dash in. One auto, and the ult will do it, but he's not in auto range. Jungle No Mechanics, please don't try and save this, but Shen ult does come out. Shen has arrived. Getting slowed by the Talia, though. They want that so badly, but Jast is here now. Gets taunted up, though. Oh, my goodness. You can't taunt that, though. Cypress going to almost pick off Jast there. So many low health bars, Ryan, but Team Hot Dog are not able to finish them.
This is the dream scenario for Team Romdog. They've gotten a soul sweep straight 4-0. They're leading in gold by 10,000. This is the advantage that their team really needed desperately in this game. If the gold was lower, if the dragons were any closer to favoring Team Hot Dog, which would be any dragons at all, this game looks a lot different. Another cross-map ult from Jimmy Coy. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow going to stun him up for a little bit, but this is what Romdog needed. Romdog needed to get big pressure on their bot side and get those early kills. And even though Jast was going fairly even with Hot Dog Lover because of Zig's ability to just neutralize other laners, it didn't end up mattering because he was able to get the outplays in the late game and show up in the team fights to still turn himself into a 7-2-5 performance. So we see that the entire bot side of Team Romdog has gotten itself massive leads. So even though Cypress has finally gotten that third item completion and Hot Dog Lover has his third item, we see that Jast and Rami already have their fourth items.
Yeah, Curtain Call going to be used and do a lot of damage. Enchanted Crystal Arrow is going to hit Sizzle, having to tank that for Jungle No Mechanics, or else Jungle No Mechanics might have gone down. Just like you were saying, the item diff is being shown right here. Yes, Cypress has gotten that third item, gotten that Phantom Dancer, Kraken Slayer, and the Infinity Edge, but Hot Dog Lover could be in a little bit of trouble. No, does back out there. But he needs to get online more so than he already is. Picks up the Vampiric Scepter, so I wonder if he's going to opt for the Bloodthirster. But it might not be enough, as Team Romdog are taking the Baron right now, and there is no contest out of Team Hot Dog. Team Cypress, more like you're dead. Just dominating right there. Cypress not knowing what to do or where to go. Can't really do anything against the 8-2 Akali, though.
Yeah, Jast really showcasing the power of Akali there, being able to burst a Sivir through Shen's massive shield. We're in the late game, but it's just coming down to a close. If Romdog is able to close this game out as slowly and patiently as they should, then they'll just suffocate the team even before Cypress is back up.
Yeah, Jast is currently just giving Laser Lord the business, but he does get satchel charged back into the turret and almost takes him out there. But the shutdown does go to Hot Dog Lovers. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow goes wide. Jimmy Coy very desperately wanted that one to hit. Sadly does not. Elder Dragon spawns in a little over a minute, just about be a minute right now. And I think if Team Romdog do get that, that will be all she wrote. But who knows, Team Hot Dog could get the pick that they need, could get the kill onto Rami or the kill onto Jast, and then make that work for the rest of the team fight.
Team Romdog has some vision in this bot side, and they have the extra Ash arrows and the Hawk shots giving extra...
Uh-oh. Does get stunned up right there. Jungle Mechanics already so low. The house dot takeover is going to hit a lot. Stexy could be in a little bit of trouble, and by trouble, he is making it. Does use the stopwatch going. Golden Castellan is going to pick up the kill onto Laser Lord. Cypress doing so much, but the Facebreaker onto Cypress. The bailout going to be used. Can they finish him off? He does get the revive, though, so that is absolutely massive that Cypress is not gone. Had he died, that might have been the end of the game, because Team Hot Dog had no way to clear these minions, but he does survive.
This means that Team Hot Dog's jungler, Jungle No Mechanics, will be down for the spawn of the Elder Dragon. Castellan able to throw in those rocks, weave in some extra damage, and this is going to be an easy secure for Team Romdog unless someone on Team Hot Dog is able to make a miraculous play.
Yeah, I don't know. The random Ezreal ultimate from 2 games over is not going to help out this time around. Elder Dragon is not on all members of Team Romdog. Stexy sadly was not alive for that, but it is on the important people. It is on Castellan, Jast, and Rami Baba. As well as Jimmy Coy, who has a good bit of range in order to provide that true damage and slows. But you are wanting it on the people who get in the face of the enemy and blow them up. Stexy gets in the face of them, not able to blow them up. But that Enchanted Crystal Arrow does hit, but I believe it's blocked by the Spell Shield of Cypress.
Blocked by the Spell Shield, but a little bit of damage coming out nonetheless. The Cloud Drake is not exactly the best dragon. Maybe not what you want in this situation, but having that 4-0 sweep and now having the extra Elder doing burn damage with every bit of damage that you do, this is a very strong position for Team Romdog, and it should be doom for Team Hot Dog within the next minute.
Yeah, they are trying to siege this mid lane turret, but whenever you're up against a Ziggs and a Sivir, it is incredibly hard to get any type of minion wave going if there are no supers involved. So they are trying to get a split wave or a split push going right now in the mid and bot. Going to try and split up the Sivir and these Ziggs. But with no Baron buff, Ryan, it's very hard to stop them from just immediately destroying your minions.
Yeah, Ziggs and Sivir surely do have some big neutralizing power, but there's still a lot of power on the side for Romdog.
Uh-oh, Sizzle is going to be knocked up right there by everyone. And Jast, most importantly, getting in the backline, doing the dirty work. Rami's on a killing spree. Redemption is going to be used on the backline. The ultimate is going to be popped by Stexy, and that should be all she wrote. A quadra kill for Jast, almost dying to the turret right there. The next minion wave is going to be arriving. Stexy flexing with the sit-ups right there. Getting another turret, just trying to destroy everything and anything they can. Death timers are far too long for Team Hot Dog to make a resurgence. The Rami Baba swapping down to the ADC, making a big change for Team Romdog. They are waiting. I don't know if they will be able to wait long enough. I think this game will end. Uh-oh. Rami getting so much, and oh no, they're going to kill him as he spawns. Oh no, the 2 kills for for Sizzle on the back end of that. Makes his KDA a little bit better, but not going to change the outcome of this game. Team Romdog winning it pretty handily.
KDA successfully padded. Nexus successfully destroyed.
I was about to say.
Still goes for the side of Romdog, so maybe not the trade that you want if you are Sixels Renata, but I guess it's a little cherry on top.
It's cherry
a
on
little
top.
bit. Well, hurt a little bit less.
Because at that point you were 1-9-17, but you finished the game 3-9-17. So I mean, who knows? Maybe that'll boost your varsity and junior varsity chances right there. Oh, he got 3 kills this game instead of 1 kill. Man, put him on varsity for that. But who knows? Hopefully the results of those should come out within the next few days. I don't know who all is deciding that. I know there are a few UNC alum and then a few NC State people who are helping decide and judge our teams, as well as a few of the players who were subbing in for us tonight. Thank you all once again as well for that. Definitely helps having some good competition to play against, some people who are up at the same level as these players playing against them, so you're not playing against some gold 3 person or something like that and then just crapping on them. But these past few days have been very, very good. I've enjoyed every single game that we've seen.
Yeah, so if I do have this correctly, this will be the last night for our tryouts. However, there should still be 2 more nights of tryouts to come, which means that there's still some changes to happen. Keep an eye out on the Discord to see if somebody announces that they're streaming personally. That might happen, but this will be it for us. As far as it's gone, big shout-outs to Podslim here. He's been holding it down the past couple days.
Camo Henry as well, man. Can't be forgetting about my homie over there.
Camo Henry in the back over there. His little producer cave doing his best to make sure that everything's going smoothly. So big shout-out to these 2. They really have been holding this down for our tryouts. Big things to look out for are, once there is a varsity team, we will be trying, pending their schedules and if varsity players are willing to work with me, to have some extra content pieces this year. So keep an eye out for that. Hopefully we can get something to happen, but for now that's going to be it for us.
Yeah, absolutely. That is going to do it for us here at the Carolina Gaming Arena studio. I have been Pod Slim. This has been Ryan McDad. Over there is Camo Henry. Be on the lookout for more streams as they're coming up. Competitive schedules for all of our varsity and junior varsity teams should be coming out within the next few weeks. So we will be having a more regular streaming schedule of different games, Overwatch, CSGO, League of Legends, whatever your heart would desire. But you have to stay followed. And except Dota, Camo Henry says with a tear in his eye. But yes, make sure you're followed and subbed to the channel. If not, I will come and make you subscribe. If not, then I guess, there's not really too much I can do. But I will do my darndest to make it work. But yes, you all can officially turn off that browser. You all have an awesome night.